Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to this edition of the Halcyon Show. My name is Lorne Risley. How the hell are you doing? Thank you for joining me again. I should probably explain why we're here again so soon. We have 8 groups to get through, and they start filming in September. So it would be probably a good idea to get these done before September rolls around and the tournament begins. For the next 2 weeks afterwards, I only really have 1 day a week where I can stream, and I think doing back-to-back groups in the same day for 2 weeks solid might be a bit much. So what I decided to do is, as you may or may not have seen, I've started scheduling these for the next couple of days. So we will go today, tomorrow, yesterday, and Friday to get through groups A, B, C, and D, and then we'll cover all the other groups. Appreciate you, Hylas. It's good to see you as well, by the way. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I hope everyone else did. I actually had a lot of fun yesterday, especially with Kick Nelly turning up at the end, which is what I hope to do every show. I hope we can get... I'm not expecting everyone, but I'm hoping at least one battler comes on and really embraces the premise of this, which is, look, get people excited. Get people believe in you that you're going to win this tournament. I just want to give you a moment to just cut a promo on it, you know what I mean? But yeah, so we'll blitz through 4 groups this week. We've done 1 already. We'll do another one today, another one tomorrow, another one on Friday, and then what I'll do is I will do 2 each week. So I'll do 2 next week and then 2 the week after on Tuesday night and Wednesday night. So, oh, and Angie's in the house. Way, hi Angie, good to see you. Appreciate you swinging by. It's so that's made me happy, as well as Hylas being here. That's awesome. So we have on the agenda for today Group B. I put out a tweet earlier this morning, actually, which Angie was kind enough to respond to. So are a few others, to suggest, hey, we've got a bracket of 4 guys here. If you had to suggest one battle for each guy that we should showcase, what battle should we do? Now, we have on the agenda, we have Bowski, Ghast Buff, Sam Essay, and Slester. Luckily, it looks like the majority of the suggestions that I was given I already had downloaded. The only one, and it's actually you, Angie, that I have to disappoint here. The only one that I decided against was Ghast Buff suggestions, mainly because I've already covered them. I've covered Ghast Buff versus Bobby Rex in its entirety, and now I've covered Ghast Buff versus Reverse in its entirety, so you're more than welcome to go and check those out. The one I picked in the end was a recent showcase that A, I was there for, and B, gives you something slightly different about Ghast Buff that I think is interesting for the tournament. Actually, interestingly enough, Angie, that render finished today. So if you're still waiting for the DW interview, fear not. I rendered it today. I had to make a few edits to it because has anyone noticed it's getting dark a little bit more quickly than we're used to at the moment? So basically, in the middle of the interview, it was getting progressively darker in his room, and it was becoming a point where it was basically like this. You couldn't see jack shit. And I had to say to him, look, can we pause and da-da-da-da-da. So yes, I will have that done as soon as David has given it the all clear. I need to send it to, with all my guests that I have on my show, I always send it to them first and say, look, can you just give it a once over, make sure it's okay in your eyes before I release it. And if you hate it, we can bin it. So he hasn't said he hates it, but I've got to send it to him to make sure he's cool with it. So expect that in the next day or 2, okay? I promise you it's just going through the process of getting uploaded. So I appreciate everyone's excited for it, though. That's awesome. I hope it doesn't disappoint. I think I let him down a few times in the interview, to be brutally honest with you. I asked some quite stupid questions. But hopefully you'll agree he carried the show. So there you go. And then Hylas is making reference to the... all good. Hylas is making reference to Ghast Reverse. So yes, because I've covered those battles... I figured I need to showcase Ghasts in a slightly different light. So what we will do, with the preamble out of the way, we're going to, and if you've not seen one of these, like there's been a million of them, if you didn't see yesterday's one, the idea is we'll react to the entirety of a battle to see what the battler has to offer, but also what the opponent is bringing to that person and how they're responding, reacted to it, the ebb and the flow of the battle, the story of the battle. We will do 1 for each competitor, and at the back end, I'll try and, leave a 20-minute, half-an-hour segment. So if any of the battlers want to hop on, promo, talk about stuff, whatever they want to do, it's an open format for them. I'm quite happy to just kind of start the Zoom call, let them cut loose. So Out of the 4, yeah, well, I'll be honest with you, Hylas. It's one of those rare occasions where I remember thinking back at some of the questions I asked and thought, It wasn't my strongest interview because I think partly because I'm quite friendly with David. He's a nice guy. I maybe thought I was going to rely on our familiarity to carry the conversation a little bit more, but it was more of an interview. It was very much ask a question, answer the question, ask a question, rather than it being more conversational. And maybe I assumed it would be more conversational. So, you know, maybe maybe I'm wrong. It's just I felt like I let him down a little bit with the nature of some of my questions. You will all obviously be the judge. I hope you all enjoy it nevertheless. So, right, spin the bottle time. Who do you want to see first? We've got Bowski, Ghast Buff, Sam Essay, Slester. Who do you want to kick off with? I don't mind. Entirely up to you guys. Who do you want to see showcase first? The kick interview. No, the kick interview I stand behind 100%. We just had fun with that. I thought it was funny. I just thought he turned up to kind of have a giggle, which I thought we did. I thought it was funny. I thought it was cool. But yeah, who do we want to see first? Pick a name, any name out of the hat. Whatever name you want to see, let's go. I do not mind whichever one you think would be fun. I think I have my eyes on one I just want to bosh. Because I think, look, when it comes to this group, I think the big favourite is Ghast. I think there's not really any doubt about that. The wild card is Bowski, because as we showcased yesterday, he has got that don't flop energy, which might throw things into the wind. Sam Essay is the young and comer. Slester's got a bit more. Have you chosen an old Bowski? Okay. Because, Hylas, you are here more often than not, and you are therefore more likely to get your way than not, we're going to defer to Angie on this one. That means it's Sam Essay. Now, Sam Essay was kind enough to suggest his own battle. So we have Sam Essay versus Falcon. So let me get rid of this. Let me just move this up. You'll hear it before you see it, because my laptop is just ancient at this point. Come on. Hurry up. Come on, let's go. There you go. Right. And of course, I've got the bloody wrong sound settings down. 2 seconds. At least you can't see it this time. I've learnt from my production mistakes by making sure that I don't switch it too early so you can see all of the documentaries that I've got listed on my desktopy. Anyways, I'm going to skip because the Premier Battles thing goes on for a while, so we'll skip that and then we switch over and hopefully you will hear it nice and clear. And now, and as the video suggests, you should really go and look at getting the Patreon.
Premier Battles, heavy that too, right round the corner in Liverpool. If you're in the building, make some noise!
I say yes, sir. So Hylas has raised an interesting point here, and it's probably something I should state right at the top, because there's going to be a couple of battlers that are on the cards that may have their reservations about A, appearing on this show, or B, me talking about them. Again, let me be clear in my what I'm looking to achieve with this. I'm looking to look for the upsides of absolutely every battler in this tournament. If I do my job correctly, by the end of every single episode, you should see every single battler and see the case for why they could walk away with the win. You know what I mean? And I need to see that it's possible. And that's why also, if the battles don't do them justice and the guys see it and see my reaction to it, man, if there's anything I want to see more is a battler maybe see what I'm saying and come on here and say, fuck you, Lorne, you're wrong, and here's why, and da-da-da, and I'm going to do this. Again, it's not me you have to convince. It's people that see this before the tournament starts or as the tournament's ongoing. Set your own narrative. So Hylas is right. I haven't been as convinced by Sam yet. I'm still looking for that thing about him that I can really get behind and start to really see the purpose of. So hopefully this battle does it, but if it doesn't, maybe something will happen, or maybe, like I say, he'll come on and really put me to rights and say, look, no, what you don't understand is this, and this is what I'm doing, and da-da-da-da-da. So look, just join me while I say I want to see what these guys have to offer. I want to see everyone be given a clean slate going into this tournament. Say, right, every single one of you has just as much of an opportunity to win as anybody else. Doesn't matter how much previous work you've put in, that is now irrelevant. This tournament is what determines things going forward, so this tournament is all that matters. And also, Angie, you are more than welcome in these parts as well. You are a delight. I'm so happy to see you in the chat, by the way. It's really ace. Same with Hylas, by the way. Hylas, the hottest of takes, Hylas. It is always lovely to see you, my friend. Anyways, clappy clap.
On the left-hand side, coming out of Chill Wall, we've got Sam Essay!
There he is.
And on the right-hand side, coming from over the water, we've got Falcon! Right, this is a 3-round battle. Who's going first? I'll go first. Falcon's going first. Let's go.
Yo, are we good?
Yeah! Let's go.
Kick it off like this. Yo, Connor versus Sam. I'm here today to have a laugh. My name's Falcon, your name's Essay, so I've come to spit paragraphs. I'll have you stressing like a bait dealer with a paragraph. To beat me, you'll have to work harder than a Special Olympian. So watch this paragraph. Now what's this paragraph? Now I'm taking a piss. It's been so long since a battle like this. I've come to say that I'm sick. And to your face, you're a prick. Your mum breaks up.
Thing is, I've noticed already, by the way, and this has nothing to do with these styles. You've got Dojo right in the front. The thing you'll notice about Dojo in every battle, I don't think I've ever seen him do more than a smirk. Like, he no-sells everything in a battle. So if Prem is smart, do not have him near the front, because he will make everyone look like they're not saying anything of any note, except for when it's the slight villainous smirk. You know what I mean? I love Dojo to death, and I think he's a slept-on performer in my view. But yeah, just the fact that he's front and center, just kind of like, and they might say something sick. So I'm just saying, like, you need to just be cognizant of your audience placement, please, Prem. I'm begging.
Don't get her confused. She doesn't grind when she's on top. She's literally chafing your skin. I never pray that I win, cause who else can switch it like this? They do in the first round. I made waves, so I can say here to fully hit names who deserve waves. I've been gone, but I'm here now.
Peace soldiers in. Sorry to pause you, Falcon, but peace soldiers in the house, ladies and gentlemen. P, you absolute bloody legend. Well, this is the thing, though, dude. Again, it is a tournament format, so you would have walked it, maybe. I mean, again, we've got some news to share in one of these coverages. You know what I mean? Like, do you know what? I find it hard. P's. He's a ledge. I'm so happy. Peace Soldier's here as well. This is already a happier stream than I thought it would be. This is great.
Like your man looks like a crossbred Jack Russell. Yo, your man looks like a crossbred Jack Russell. Hitches on Stetson, got back muscles. Yo, your man looks like a crossbred Jack Russell. Hitches on Stetson, got back muscles. The fat slag loves when bag Russells. I hate you the 15 large Beckies in Saraz and the gaff. Crumbled, I can be mad, humble, but today's about taking a piss, kid. When he's not battling, he's on Viva Street sending dick pics to big chicks. Today's about taking a piss, kid. When he's not battling, he's on Viva Street sending dick pics to big chicks. This dipshit doesn't meet him for sex, he pays full price for a quick kiss. Kid, I insist, you don't ever pick a rapper like me to contest with. I'll Ric Flair, woo! Slap your chest with.
Woo, indeed. Hylas, actually, you raise an interesting point now that P's in the chat. P, if you're not aware, the bring back the botch thing was something because Dub T was on yesterday. Not to take the focus off the participants of the tournament for a second, but I really do think we should bring back the botch one of these days. I really do think we should bring back the botch. I think it'd be fun. That's all I'm saying.
You don't ever pick a rapper like me to contest with. I'll Ric Flair, woo! Slap your chest quick. I'll grab your appendix. You just grabbing on men's dicks. You said your mates are all animals. Well, there's no rabbits I'm friends with. I go rabbit, no endings. You look like a scarecrow. How can you say more come to speak? I guarantee if you lift up your top, there'd be straw underneath. There's no warm with me. You're on the level below me. I watch you walk underneath. Try step to the beast and check the floor for your teeth. Time.
Yeah! A very literal performance there from Falcon. I thought that he kind of... The double meaning was very shallow. But I'd say that in terms of cadence, delivery, all the rest of it, he's actually pretty solid. Like, in terms of his, didn't seem all that flustered, didn't seem all that flappable. Yeah, a pretty solid round. I just think he, it felt vague and a little disjointed from Sam Essay, so that's probably why it didn't feel like it landed all that much. Angie, the botch is a suggestion that I think it was P Soldier made at one point. P Soldier, me, and Young Dub T were all fans of professional wrestling, and I said, okay, what do you got in mind? And P was like, we should just talk about it on a show. And so, yeah, we got... and Hylas is right, we did one episode. In truth, again, it's nothing to do with the fact that it wasn't fun. It was fun as fuck. The trouble was, me, P Soldier, and Dub T all have weird fucking schedules, and it's so hard getting all three of us in the same room at the same time. There's been times where me and P have been ready, and there's times when me and Dub have been ready, and I'm sure there have been times when Dub and T would have been ready. P and T would have been ready, but it's a pain because I had a lot of fun doing it, and I'd love to do a second one of these days, and we will, because it's, dude, I still have all the assets and stuff, the easiest thing in the world to do. But yes, if you like battle rappers who also like wrestling, the botch was the show for you, let me tell you. Anyways, let's see what Sam Essay's got.
I'm picking you apart to save you. It's like removing a tumour. Last time you battled was time ago. When I heard he was coming back, I thought it was just a rumour. Last time you battled, you was a millennial. Now you've came back a boomer.
Because he's old.
You're so old.
Because
he
he's
was
old.
actually the world's very first queer. This dickhead was roaming the planet when it was still Pangea. And people are saying you're the one I should fear. To be honest, I think you should just battle more. You're quite funny. I could see you on a panel tour. You could remind everyone how you remember a time before Channel 4. I don't care that you produce beats like Dre, because these bars go over heads like Beats by Dre.
Cool. You could just tell that. Do you know what, man? I can't be mad, but that's the definitive bar from someone that Googled, like, tell me something interesting about something that used to be a thing before the 1980s. And Google chucked that, and he's like, oh, okay, Channel 4 wasn't always a thing. Okay, I'm right that. It's such an oddly specific diss. Like, you're so old, you remember before Channel 4 was a thing. Oh, okay, fair enough. I mean, here's the thing. I know the discourse at the moment with the freedom of speech stuff and all the rest of it. I think, again, people need to remember that battle rap isn't a license to just say whatever you want to say. Battle rap is a license to say whatever you want to say within the scope of eliciting a response positive from the audience and depreciating the confidence of your opponent. If what you're saying is just mean for the sake of mean and your audience aren't vibing with it, it's just being a dick. You know what I mean? Whereas, yeah, there's a line you have to ride. I feel like when you're going after someone for something that is just you being... Because, again, we've all seen it now, the famous pen game thing, where it's just everyone, his mum's dead or his dad's, whatever it was, and it's like, this isn't funny or entertaining, it's just awkward. It's not good. You know what I mean? Okay, I haven't heard too much of that, Hylas, but we'll see. Again, I'll forgive usages of stuff because sometimes it's satirical, sometimes it's the double entendre, all the rest of it. I'm just saying, within battle rap at least, I don't ever really want to hear someone get uppity about a word someone's used, so long as the context of it, yeah, Hylas has pointed out, it's the context. If it's just someone being a racist piece of shit, of course, get in the fucking bin. And even then, like, again, it's all about, like I say, the context of it and whether or not it serves an entertainment purpose that doesn't go across the line. That's all. So, and look, if Sam Essay wants to make that a thing of his, again, he just has to be very, very careful. I'm not really equating that with Sam Essay at the moment. I'm equating Sam Essay with, again, I think the reason I'm not vibing with him as much as maybe other people is I'm still not quite sure what he is in terms of what his disposition is as a performer. So anyways, I'm going to shut the fuck up. I'm going to let him talk his talk. Because maybe at the end of this battle, we'll have a clearer idea. Let's see.
Oh, you remember a time before Channel 4? I don't
Not
care.
even I do, by the way.
You produce beats like Dre, because these bars go over heads like Beats by Dre. I'll have you hanging off every single fucking thing I say. You don't want to get me mad. You ain't got a thing I rate. You might produce beats, but I produce beatings. I'm Ableton and I can give you a few reasons. I'll have your head spinning cycles like it's the 4 seasons. Easy win, tear MCs, I'm too cold, I'm below freezing.
So, wait a minute.
I don't give...
Right, so there's two examples there. I think that's the other thing I would say about Sam. His delivery makes... I don't know much about Sam Essay outside of his the fact that he's a battler. Does he do music? Is he like is he a more prominent musician than he is an a cappella battler? Because I think when I was showcasing people back in the day that I hadn't heard of, the only thing I could find of Sam's was an on-beat battle, and he seemed inherently more comfortable in that environment. So maybe again, a lot of my criticisms would be alleviated with just a few more reps, because he's just trying to make that transition from being on beat or being recorded to an a cappella. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's and that's the dojo smirk I'm talking about. Hylas remembers a time before Channel 5, but not. Oh, okay, fair enough. What do I remember? I remember before Sky and the Box. That's all I remember. I don't remember individual terrestrial channels. I do remember there was a time that there was only the TV set and the aerial in the back and a VHS, and that's it. That's all I remember. So if that makes me old as shit, I'm old as shit. Anyways, my point is that there are two moments there that he's obviously waiting for that reaction, and there's that momentary pause, and I just want to see him cut that out of his performing style. That's all. I said that on a previous battle. I'm saying it here. I just want to see. I want to see him relax a little bit more, I guess. You know, keep the intensity, but just feel like you're easing yourself into the battle, that you're settled on stage and comfortable in front of your opponent. I just want to see that a little bit more from Sam.
And I can give you a few reasons. I'll have your head spinning cycles like it's the 4 seasons. Easy win, tear MCs, I'm too cold, I'm below freezing. I don't give a fuck what Fel can do, because Falcon can't conceive what I can compute. A cute little one in the ride while I spark this zoot. I brought the right angles, yours are all obtuse. I leave this square rooted with his head to the curve. I said I leave you square rooted, that's just absurd. Maths bars, watch me.
See now. I think that might be one of the best unintentional reactions I've ever seen. Like, yeah, do you know what? Because he's clever. He's good. He's got a lot of. There's a lot going on in some of the stuff he's writing. It's just that I think he's not selling it to the crowd in the right way. But then that momentary, just that thing where he's like, that felt like he threw it out there because he's like, just fuck it. That momentary relaxation and just fuck it. And look what happened. You know what I mean? Like, it broke the tension. It brought people in for a second. I need to see a little bit more than that. But otherwise, again, like I say, I like his stuff. It's tight. It's clearly tight. That's the thing.
I said maths bars. Watch me divide and conquer. This guy's a plonker. You're so old. Maths bars. Watch me divide and conquer. This guy's a plonker. You're so old. You're from the times beyond yonder. This won't be no back and forth. This a one-sided match, a tug of war. You tried to set a sail with your raps, but we all aboard. Fuck Hamill. When the academy comes, I'll be the best up north. Cause I'm magic with it. This mud blood was muggle born. You think you fly, right? Or you'll be fly till you die. Like I cut the fucking bungee cord. Time.
There you go. So, in terms of a first round, I think he won that first round. Like, he had a couple of decent reactions, but like I say, it was only at the end where he sort of settled enough. And even then, did you notice, like, when he was getting into it, and then he threw the mass bars in, and then he had another little moment, and it's like, fuck, I'm on my thing. He's very focused and intense. There's nothing wrong with that in bursts, but just settle into it a little bit. You know, adopt the stage as your home base. You know what I mean? But I have it 1-0 Sam Essay so far. Let me know what you think in the comments, how you think it's going so far. But it's on Falcon. Let's go.
Yo, kick it off like this. You've been smashing Premier battles, I can't lie, but now for you I'm the man that they give. My passion forever travels. Imagine you're better and you realise why you're getting relegated to the championship. Honestly, I wish for a hand I can give. Shake yours face to face and tell you right now, Sam, you are thick. Cause how can you accept a battle against my alter ego when your alter ego is the leader of a cult of pedos? Every battle in your face. Yo! How can you accept a battle against my alter ego when your alter ego is the leader of a cult of pedos? Every battle in your face before me you can lift, but you ain't holding me though. I'll kick the top of your shin, top of this gimp. Watch both your knees blow. I hope that you struggle. I hope.
I'm gonna start because he's snapping right now. By the way, that's a hell of a sequence that he's. I don't know if you've he's been rattling. Just a quick question, because again, it's the trope of battle rap that, you know, at some stage there's going to be a wardrobe change or subscription where it's, you know, lose the hat, lose the hoodie, lose whatever. You know what I mean? Presumably, Prem are going to have a wardrobe department. I mean, I don't know how expensive it would be to just sort of, because this is the other thing, right? There's nothing that says they can't say to the guys like, right, rock up in whatever you want to rock up in, but when you get here, we're going to swap you out into Prem gear. Just to make sure that we're distinguishing you all, to make sure that you're both not wearing black, that you're both not wearing Nike or something that's branded that we might have trouble with, blah, 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 blah. But, like, when it comes down to battling, though, it's like, you know, you're going to have to give them 3 or 4 layers because, again, it is kind of tradition at this point that battlers turn up in what is effectively the sort of shit you would travel to the Antarctic in, and through the course of the battle, they sort of divest and become, at the end of it, you know, they're ready to go sunbathing, you know what I mean? I just think it'd be curious to me to see if they rock up in their own gear and stay in it, or if Prem are going to say, no, chuck this on, then get on stage, sort of thing.
Yo, how can you accept a battle against my alter ego when your alter ego is the leader of a cult of pedos? Every battle in your face before me you can lift, but you ain't holding me though. I'll kick the top of your shin, top of this gimp. Watch both your knees blow. I hope that you struggle. I hope you can free flow. To me you sound better on YouTube. In person you don't really seem dope. To me you sound like yes kid there. Come on, have it. We know, but it turns out, guess what? Fact is, we don't. Cause I be to me you sound like yes kid there. Come on, have it. We know, but it turns out, guess what? Fact is, we don't. Cause I be thinking the meanest, I drink just to eat it. So riddle me this, how do you think you can beat this? I live and I breathe this, a rhythmical genius. Be rocking the boat and you're visibly seasick. You think, yo, cause I be thinking the meanest, I drink just to eat it. So riddle me this, how do you think you can beat this? I live and I breathe this, a rhythmical genius. Be rocking the boat and you're visibly seasick. You've did good, I've seen it, you're better than most, but ain't spitting with me, kids. So what can you see when it's just me to beat them? We blocking your nose like your flows when you sneeze in. Your breath stinks. Yo,
there it
yo,
is.
Your breath stinks. I'll bow breath mints at your teeth like 10 pins.
By the way, that was great. That was really, really good. It's just, again, sadly, I think in battle rap terms, it can't just be going and going and going and going. Like, again, if you look at the Soul as the pit, I know no one matches Soul, but I remember when Soul used to snap, it used to be each line was a bullet point. It was like da 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 da, and you caught each one like, and it built. You know what I mean? Whereas that felt just a little bit fillerish. You know what I mean? And as far as Angie's comment, Antarctic or the airport, either or. Again, I'm making fun of my own genre at this point, okay? But I just think it's hilarious that I don't know if I've ever been to a venue with air conditioning. Therefore, like, I can't ever see a world where going, and it's so hot in battle rap events. I don't care which one you go to. They're always hot. And yet, I've seen guys rock up with beanie hats, with fucking thick, fur, the fur top coats and all the rest of that sort of stuff. And it's no surprise that they're sweating their balls off because it's so hot. Just turn up in a t-shirt, man. Anyways, Hadashrooms is in the house. Everyone say hello to Hadashrooms, who I think, weren't you supposed to be doing a stream, brother? I wasn't counting on you being here today. I thought you were streaming, so it's your fault for counter-programming. You shouldn't be competing with me, young man. We should be supporting each other. But if you want to come at the king, you better like, share, and subscribe and just watch it after I'm done. That's fine too. Anyways, your man Falcon was snapping on him.
I guess things worked out since you chose more boys and less mings. Stand close to... I guess things worked out since you chose more boys and less mings. Stand close to the heat, get your chest singed. Your best binge more battle rap because your pen sinks when up against a proper one. Because Connor can't put the nerds in one place like Comic-Con. You asked for a real rapper, you sure you really wanted one? You sound like 1,000 other MCs, but Falcon is one of one time.
Yeah. Slick delivery. Can't say anything in fact, but you know what I mean. I just started early, and you started early. Oh, of course I started early. I never start. If I advertise the time, never fucking book your calendar around when I say I'm going to start. I'm never going to start at 7 o'clock if I say I'm going to start. I might start 2 weeks from now. I might time travel to the past and start. I don't know. I just know I ain't starting at 7 o'clock, okay? I had other shit to do and I finished, okay? Okay, no, we're cool. So anyways, my point is that Falcon's putting up a decent amount of resistance at the moment, and I think he's doing something that you don't normally get in a battle rap situation these days at this level, which is Falcon was getting in his face a little bit and trying to, you know, talk to his face a little bit, and that's good because it's putting Sam under a little bit more pressure. So let's see how he responds.
Who brought this dickhead from Birkenhead? If you don't know, we call people from Eastside Jedi. I guess that suits me right. I'm a Sith Lord. Me tongue's a double-edged sword. I'm battle rap Darth Maul. My flow crashes hard. It's like a...
That wasn't too bad. I saw that coming, but like, not a Star Wars crowd. Probably not a Star Trek crowd. I think, again, pop culture references are dangerous in battle rap. I think you've got to know your audience. I think in Prem, this is just advice to battlers just generally. Pop culture references, movies, television, or at least Netflix popular, some wrestling, some UFC, football. I think when you start getting into Yu-Gi-Oh! Or fucking Dragon Ball Z, or fucking, I don't know, name it, you start to run the risk of kind of going off the deep end when it comes to the nerd culture thing. And the reason why I like it is because I, formerly in a previous life, I was a proper geek. I used to hang out in a comic book shop and shit. And one of the things that I used to geek out on was Star Wars. So much so that when Knights of the Old Republic came out, and I played it for the first time, I remember there was a debate going on in the common room, because we were so fucking cool. And they were like, it was this, that, the other. And I remember piping up and saying, actually, Knights of the Republic took place 4,000 years before the events of the movie, so you're all chatting shit. And they were like, this is ridiculous. And then, of course, they all go home, check the back of the thing, because none of us had internet on our phones. Again, we were old. This is a long time ago, boys and girls. None of us had internet on our phones, so, you know, you couldn't settle debates by just Googling shit back in those days. And I remember them coming in the next day with the, how the fuck did you know that? And I go, dude, I fucking live and breathe for Star Wars, man. I fucking love that shit. So, not that it was a bad line. I'm just saying that serves, again, as a unique lesson to battlers. If you're going to come on stage in a live setting, you got to mind your P's and Q's. I think, though, when it comes to Prem, man, the tournament, go as wide as you want with the references. Again, Prem, hopefully in post, can slap graphics and park it and hashtag it and all the rest of it and put it in the eyes of people and like, oh, man, I'm a big Star Wars fan. What's this battle rap thing? They made a reference to battle rap. Oh, cool. You know what I mean? Like, cross-pollinate. Do your thing, man. Sorry, Sam Essay, you were dropping some hard Star Wars bars.
My flow crashes hard. It's like a tsunami. You gonna beat me? You in whose army? He's got the swagger of an old racist carny. He only supports Tranmere Rovers because their main chance is Super White Army. Super White Army! Now this next one might be full of controversy. Curse me, I don't care, G. Because Donald Trump had a good idea with that wall. We should build one to keep you cunts coming across the Mersey. They say pressure is for tires. Well, I'll use a diamond to burst yours. This can get scrappy quick, like turf wars at Turf Moor. The only way this ending...
Right, I don't know if Angie's still in the chat, right? By the way, Angie, the chat as it is right now, this is kind of the conversation the way it steers, right? I'm trying to do a serious broadcast here. I'm trying to lay some legitimate battle rap content to the world. I know that Shawnee B was kicking off the other day about, oh, no one supports anyone in battle rap. Hey, bitch, I've been here this whole fucking time shouting out people and trying to showcase people. But what always happens is the chat just sort of devolves into whatever the fuck happens. And I broadly lose control of it and just kind of tune in it. Lorne's in his rebel era. I guess so. I don't know. Again, like this idea that, you know, I have any control over my own chat. Ridiculous. It long ceded control to the guys in the chat long ago. So have at it, boys and girls. Have at it.
With you heading to the morgue, because we ain't the same weight class. I don't care if you can talk the talk, because this a mismatch and there ain't no rehydration clause. I'll leave you unbalanced like I made...
And there's no hydration clause. See, now here's the thing. He's clearly a good writer. Like, he knows what he's doing. He wouldn't write something that he didn't think would kick. But I don't get that reference. What are we saying there?
Because we ain't the same weight class. I don't care if you can talk the talk. Because this a mismatch and there ain't no rehydration clause.
Oh, right, because he's a heavyweight compared to him. They're dropping down and he misses. Oh, okay, fine. Okay, that's cool. No Loose Chat is in the house, ladies and gentlemen. I'll say the same thing today that I said the other day. Y'all that think that Battle Rap's taking a hiatus as a whole, No Loose Chat, still knocking about. Do not sleep on them. Yes? Do not sleep on them. The only thing I would say is, for the ladies and gentlemen who maybe have a predisposition towards No Loose Chat battles, you should stick around for this live stream because I think we might have a No Loose Chat battle to show you. You might want to stick around, that's all I'm saying. Anyways, sorry, Sam Essay. Rehydration clause. I caught that, but it took me longer than I think it needed to.
I'll leave you unbalanced like I made your left shoe vanish. I don't care if it's not just me versus you. I'd have your whole crew patterned. Trust me, you won't need a head guard. One punch to your skull, I'll have your bedroom padded. Orthodox.
See what I mean? Like, that's a kind of a couple in a row that people have just completely slapped on that aren't... It's not bad. It's all right. Again, I think it's... there's something. I'd love to ask him about it. I'd love to really get into the weeds about why do you think that happened? Genuinely, because I don't think it's this... I dig the line. I'd love to know what happened
Right to right. Student of the game. I've got a right to right. If you want to fight tonight, you might lose your life tonight. So don't try and pop off. I'll fight with me top off. The only thing hard from over the water, golf shot. I've got a secret to tell.
Go on then.
I think we should let the lights dim. Because I no longer live in Liverpool. I lost me privilege to me purple bin. But I tell you, you can take a scouser out the city, but you can't take that scouser out of him. Time.
There you go. All right. I'd love to know what is the disconnect. What is it? Because there is, and maybe that's... Is it the live component? I don't know. Yes, Hylas, that's a good point. You've seen it. So the off-color stuff, where he's just kind of flowing stuff out they're reacting for, the stuff that's really purposeful and nuanced and thematic and all the rest of that sort of stuff, they seem to be sort of waiting for the punchline, I suppose. So maybe then it's about the opponent, because maybe Sam would be, ironically enough, better suited to the kind of caliber of opponent that really comes in and wants to be really super hyper aggressive, you know, really give kind of that more older school mentality where guys really kind of relish the opportunity of laying into one another rather than just kind of treating it as a roast battle, you know what I mean? So yeah, maybe Hylas, maybe it's just, I find it fascinating, that's all, because I'm catching his stuff. It just seems like the audience isn't that into it.
Listen, it's like this.
Anyways, Falcon,
my last
around.
battle, I embarrassed my name. My opponent was gonna...
Interesting. By the way, I'm trying to call this as we go. So, Falcon didn't get too many reactions. Slicker performance, and probably was more... tricky one, that one. I might give it 1-1 so far just to keep it balanced, but that second round was a lot closer. The first round, I think, is pretty easy to give to Sam. That one was a little closer. So anyways, we'll see what Falcon's got, and then we'll see what Sam's got for final.
So I chose Coke, then he actually came. That was insane. Yo, this time round I had to behave, remaster my ways, and inform Falcon hits more than a slap to the face. I'm glad that I changed, because Sam, this is brave, going against an informed big dog. I actually thought about bringing pit shorts and big swords. All my options have been for I think more. You couldn't endure what brings more and set it to show up and spin jaws. I've never lost a battle, not even a quick talk. I guess what all these garrels from evil have been taught. You think that all these patterns and sequels been formed. They said you're a cocky cunt, sport. When I'm striking, you're not up front as Connor's hunt. I'll show you now you're one less chump. Gonna break me down, so what, let's bump heads. I think you banged your head too much, having no bars on your bunk bed. You dumb dead punk less. I didn't come for a battle, I come for an upset. Premier battles just let loose a rough threat. Come dressed for success. I don't know who sucks more, you or your mum. Guess it's up for debate, for you're a good look in the quarters. I hope I haven't butchered your fate. If you lose, it won't be worse as when you let your dad bust on your face. Yo, you said I'm diabolical, awfully lost.
See, stuff like that, by the way, I don't... Let me be very careful about how I phrase that sentence. Right. Let me take a stab at this carefully. When a battler makes exclamations such as the one that Falcon just did, where it's sort of out of nowhere, where it's just like da 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 da, and also your dad goes on gay cruises or whatever, right? There's nothing wrong with it. I just think there needs to be some preamble, you know. Yeah, I know, guys. I know. I needed to, because I was so close to just saying, "Hey, listen, I don't mind that." Wait, what? But I didn't. I didn't say that, fuckers. I didn't say that. What I'm saying though is, there's nothing wrong with hard left turn in some battles, but I think something like that, when it's got nothing to do with what you were just saying, it just doesn't allow the audience to be able to keep pace with what you're trying to say. That's all. So, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. Again, from a comedic element, maybe that suits the crowd a little bit more. I just want to see at least some kind of hint that that's what's coming, I guess.
Be worse is when you let your dad bust on your face. Yo,
so even they were kind of like, just wait, what?
Lost. You're known for picking up dog shit in parks, but don't walk any dogs.
See? But so you see what I mean there? Like, the first line sets it up, the expectation. The second line delivers. It's a classic AB joke. You know what I mean? Whereas the other example was just kind of just thrown at the audience like, laugh. And it didn't land. Whereas that one, yeah, fair play. It's absurd. It works.
Diabolical, awfully lost. They said you're known for picking up dog shit in parks, but don't walk any dogs. You can call me a wall as much as you want, but you look like you were born with the frogs. Yo, but before I end this battle, there's people that can fight loads. But I just want to say, rest in peace to the love of my life, R.I.P. Frank Jones. Time.
Right. Again, another solid performance there. So, interesting. Sam Essay can win it in this one.
I can count your brain cells on one hand. I rock sets heavy like metal bands. One punch to your jaw will fuck up your yearly dental plans. See if this joke man wanna throw hands. Sweet kid, and I got no plans. The bars will bury him like Conan. You're like Liverpool's COVID title. No fans. Catch me in Stanley Park.
100% factual, by the way. just I mean, since that's not the case anymore, granted. But when it was spat, 100% facts. Well done, Sam. Factual. With factual bars. We've got them, ladies and gentlemen.
Me in Stanley Park screaming, copites are gobshites. I'll turn this venue to a bomb site. You should know what I'm on, right? See me? Catch me on Gladys Street with the thugs. Cause I'm blue till I die, like deoxygenated blood. Sweet boy, you're easy to handle like a cupcake. He's the type of wanker to be at the game, still checking his phone for the live score update. You winning today, a long way away, like Newcastle upon Tyne. You better watch what you say, I don't mean the bezel that's on mine. You wanna act tough, G, I'm a rebel, I don't mind. You can get filled in more than a kettle at half time. While you're in your feelings chasing fame, I got the perfect shot, I'm taking aim. With this one I can see far when I load the gauge. Me and myself the perfect combo. Stephen Pienaar, Leighton Baines.
Everton bars.
You buy Charlie by the OZs. Big bags, groceries. He's a charity case up his nose with the proceeds. See me? I might have a beer. Maybe spark. See me? I might have a beer. Maybe spark a split.
Dojo's
Catch him behind the deck saying 1 sec. I don't mean to take the piss, just let me bash this quick. You're a baghead DJ, call him Scratch and Sniff.
Wait. We got an applause out of Dojo. Wow.
I got that bark on me.
See, look, he's relaxed.
Big dog.
He's in it.
You think you've won today? You must be far out, G. Because I came to cause a riot last minute with that screamer Tarkowski.
Time. There you go. Okay. Well, there you go. When he settled into the battle, I think he really came into his own. Like, I think he just needs to loosen up a little bit. Just have a bit more fun with it, lads. Don't. There's nothing wrong with having the technicality in the back of you, you know, in your back pocket. But I think there's something to, again, battle rap, for lack of a better phrase, does not look kindly on people who fucking take themselves too seriously. You've got to be able to laugh at yourself, but you've got to be able to laugh at your opponent while also going after it's a balancing act, man. And when he started to get that balance better throughout the course of the battle, and I think he was a little cleverer with the punchlines that he was writing versus Falcon. I think Falcon wrote the tighter stuff, but it was ultimately, it wasn't for a point. It was just kind of to illustrate I can rap a bit tighter and faster than you. Whereas Sam Essay was making the point of bringing it back. You know what I mean? Like actually hitting a note. So I'd give that battle to Sam Essay. I don't know how you guys scored it. I'm interested. There's 6 of you watching right now. I'm interested to see how you scored the battle. But I think I'm getting a bit more of a sense of Sam Essay now, in the sense of I think what I've seen so far is him taking things very seriously, which is fine if that's your style. If your style is to really, really attack your opponent. But then I really do think that your opponent needs to be a good fit for that style. Otherwise, again, they can just clown on you and completely just basically dismember you by you just using your own energy. Classic rope-a-dope tactics, basically. But that one I thought was good. Towards the end, yeah. I agree, Hylas. Falcon was decent. I thought he was again, solid delivery, solid performance. It lacked that little bit extra directed at Sam Essay that I would have liked. Some not personal stuff, but you know what I mean, like stuff that's actually directed at Sam. Whereas Sam seemed to stay a little bit more on point, seemed to be a little bit more direct, but he also had those funny moments too. So yeah, I'd give it 2-1. I'd give the first and the last round. I'd give the second one to Falcon because I think he just was a bit tighter. And again, not for lack of trying. I like the lines. It's just you can't discount the audience's reaction, I'm afraid. And the audience completely slept on two of his bars, which, you know. Let's have a look. And Hadashrooms came in late. And Sam Essay's in the chat. Sam, good. I appreciate you joining us. As I mentioned at the beginning, and I've mentioned to you in our DMs, at the end of the show, if you want to come on and tell me that I'm full of shit, the offer is open. If you want to come on at the end of the show and state your case as to why you want to tell the people why you think you are going to win this tournament, maybe win the group, whatever you want to say, you have the... In fact, I think I DM'd you the Zoom link as it is right now. However, this is one of those rare occasions where I haven't put my foot in my mouth, because I actually gave you the win, Sam. I think you won that battle 2-1. And I think the consensus, for me, seems to be that you're very, very good. I just need to see you loosen up just a tiny little bit. I just need you to feel a little bit more like you're having fun. You know what I mean? So, and fair play to you, man. Go and fucking have a beer. This is just, again, man, this is just hopefully a little bit of fun before the tournament starts. But if any of y'all want to use it as an opportunity to take a promo, and the only caveat I'll say to you, Sam, I think one person in your group is going to take the opportunity to come on and promo. I think you can probably guess who it is. I'm just throwing it out there that it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world to... In fact, I tell you what, is everyone happy? Is everyone happy if I say to Sam, come on and chat now? If you want to come on and chat now and head off to the boozer after you're done, I'm happy to reciprocate. What are we saying? There's 5 of you currently in the chat watching live. Troy's in the house. Troy, what's good, sir? Yeah, do you want to get Sam on now? We'll get Zoom up. What are we saying? I leave it to you guys. We've got 3 other battles that we've got to get through, but I'm happy to throw it to Sam. Sam, I've had my say. If you want to come on, come and talk your talk, brother. In which case, go nuts. What are we saying? Alright, sweet. He's got 5 minutes. Perfect. It means I can shut the fuck up and he can come and say what he needs to say. Right. Let me get rid of this. The only thing I'll say, Sam, and I said this yesterday, when the Zoom chat starts, you'll see yourself and only you. While my camera's running on OBS, I can't run it on other programs. So you'll be talking effectively to yourself, but you'll hear me. So... And that's all. Who really needs to see this? You know what I mean? Like, people at home have to. Sorry, everybody, but, you know. Right. What was that? Was that a different email? Ah, he's in. He's waiting for me to start Zoom. Okay, excellent. Right. Let's get rid of this. Let us move this over. Let's go. Let's go. Start the meeting. Apologies, everybody. This is a bit BTS, I know, but again, it's only me and my ancient laptop. We have to, you just have to bear with me sometimes, you know what I mean? Right. Is it going to load? Come on now. Everyone's waiting now. Everyone's waiting. Everyone wants to see Sam come on and tell me that I'm full of shit and everything that I said was completely out my ass. Come on now. Do the right thing. There it is. Right. Hopefully, you will hear him in a moment.
Yo.
I think I can hear him. I'm just going to swap. I'm going to get rid of this. I'm the host now, am I? So Sam is there. That is good. Let me get rid of me, because who the fuck wants to see me?
Is right.
Come on.
How we doing, mate?
I am very, very well, sir. I appreciate you ducking in, because, again, I know this was super short notice. Everyone's very frustrated with me, as always, because I just throw it out there and just say, I'm going to go live at 7, and then I turn up 3 hours early. Let's get rid of that. Right, so we have thrown it, and now Sam Essay is live on the Halcyon Show. We have just reviewed your battle, sir. Thoughts? What we saying?
I've caught the last bit of it, but I heard you saying about just staying confident and stuff. And not being too intense. I think that is, I don't know, even after like the B Ramble, I know like I've lost that battle in it, but I think coming into the tournament now, I feel confident that I can change up my approach a bit and do it a bit different. But
let me ask you then, because I want to put this on you guys rather than me just having my say and all the rest of it. Let's say, right, this is your opportunity to talk to someone like me who's maybe on the fence, who's maybe not quite sold on, well, like Sam, he's okay, but I don't see him as a threat for the tournament. You're not entering this tournament to fill the numbers. You're not entering this tournament to kind of come second or be plucky or anything. You're in it to win it, man. What do you say to someone like me? And you're like, right, listen, for 1 second. Here's what I have to say. What do you say to someone like me?
I don't know. Like, if you look into the group I'm going into, fucking Bowski, Slester, Ghast Buff, might be all right battlers. You know, Ghast Buff's been doing his thing. Slester and Bowski haven't been doing much recently. But I'd say out of all three of them, I am better rapper than all of them, and I feel like that just brings something different. And if you listen to my stuff, even in battles and that, I think sometimes what I'm saying is cleverer and cleaner and better written than, I don't know, some other people, especially in the academy, where I know I've lost that battle against B Ramble. But again, I think that's due to how I approached the battle, less than what I had written and how I performed it and that. So yeah.
Let me ask you then, what are you looking forward to about the tournament, as opposed to, let's say, a standard live event, or maybe even a couple? Like, I know that you probably get offered battles, and it's like, oh, okay, well, I'll do that, and then I'll do that. This tournament situation is not just the three that you know. You've then got to contend with whoever wins in their groups, and then you've got to plot a path forward. How do you feel about the formatting?
I think it should be good, like, with the studio set environments. I think it's going to be different, and I think that's what's going to make it interesting. And it's a better chance to, like, with the live streams, doing extra content, getting extra exposure. I think it's a way to show yourself and show yourself to the fans as like a personality and whatnot, on top of your battles, and, you know, try and build, as you say, these storylines and develop stuff. But yeah, it's gonna, we'll have to see, because it's gonna be different in it, so no one really knows how it's gonna be until we kind of get into it, I think. But I think it's a chance to really blow out of nowhere.
What do you think you're going to be able to show about yourself that you haven't been able to show so far? Again, like you say, the tournament is hopefully going to be set up to really showcase you, to give you an opportunity to connect with people in a way that you haven't so far. What are you maybe looking forward to, like, right, this is my chance to really show this, and I think when people see it, they're really going to go, fuck, I need to pay attention to this guy, I need to follow this guy.
Yeah, I think I'm a fucking bit of a daft cunt and that, innit? So it should be quite funny, and I think I can be a bit of a personality and bring something different, and that's all I'm really looking to do. But I think I'm the first, like, person from Liverpool to be in this that is not just joke, like, is a bit more serious, and that's the side that I've been kind of told that I should lay off on, but that's not how I want to do it. So fuck it, I don't really, you know, I'm still gonna come with serious and aggressive bars because that's how I want to do it. But anyway, I'm gonna have to fuck off. because me lift is here to go to the pub. But
All right,
I
man,
appreciate
listen.
you having me on, brother.
It's all good. I appreciate you taking the time, man. It's really, really kind of you, man.
Yeah. All right, so have a good one, man.
Take it steady, brother. Appreciate it. Best of luck for the tournament, yeah?
Peace to everyone in the chat. Let's go.
There you go. There you go. Sam Essay was in the house, ladies and gentlemen. How fucking cool was that? Just ducked in for a second to say, let's go. And then he's off to the pub. Fair play to him, man. Fair play to him. Right. In that case, then, where are we? So we've covered Mr. Sam Essay. He even took the time to come on the show. Isn't that fucking ace? So, who do you want to see next? We have Ghast Buff, we have Bowski, and we have Slester still to go. So who do you want to see? Who do you want to see next? I agree, Troy. I agree, Hylas. Both of you feel like he's got to do his thing, and I appreciate that. Again, I was only giving him the opportunity because look, here's the thing. I don't want to come on here and just sort of blow smoke up people's asses. I want to challenge them a little bit as well. You know what I mean? Because I feel like if I challenge them, knowing that I know that they've already had some upside, it at least gives them an opportunity to be able to talk to someone who they're not necessarily sold on, because those are the people that you're having to see come down the road. You know what I mean? Anyways, right. Troy got in there first. He wants to see Ghast next. Okie dokie. In which case... Ooh. That's not good. Sorry. I subscribe to The Athletic, and... Ooh, that's not good. Anyways, right. Ghast Buff. Right, of course. Your request is mine to satiate. So... let's go. Let me... you're going to hear it. Sorry. There we go. Right. And then Hylas has said, he's very, very new too. So with Sam, I just see big potential. He's at the ground floor. And maybe so, dude. And again, this might be one of those situations where, hopefully, it's as much a learning experience as it is an exhibition for him. So we'll have to see what happens, man. Again, that's why I'm trying to give critical feedback. I'm not trying to just say, that was dope, or oh, shit. I'm trying to get to the root of what I see and what I hope gets better. You know what I mean? Hylas, as much as I would like to showcase that one, number one, I think it's been showcased to death, and I think Anderson and Ghast are very happy to show you it. As I mentioned to Angie, actually, her two suggestions I've showcased previously as well. I wanted to pick a battle that I think showcased Ghast in a slightly different way. I wanted to also showcase the fact that something Ghast has that a lot of his other competitors do not have is the fact that he's gone to different leagues and excelled. So I decided to pick a battle that's A, recent, and B, on a different league, and C, against an opponent who you might see in Premier Battles, and you will certainly see more of in No Loose Chat because he's got a ton of upside. It's him versus Craig G for No Loose Chat Protocol 5, which, again, I was actually there for. I'm pretty sure Troy was there for that as well, so he can attest. It was a great battle. I thought Ghast gave a really good account of himself. Ghast versus Dazzy was good too, but again, I was actually there for this one, so I can attest it was as good live as it was after the fact. So, and then also Troy has said Sam has a very good understanding of what structure, how to structure battle bars, and you can tell he loves the craft as well. Yep, no doubt, which is good. He hasn't just watched one battle. No, you are absolutely right, Troy. You're absolutely right. What I'm trying to get at though is, and this is where, with all due respect to any other pundit that wants to opine about this, right? I once interviewed a guy called Joe Devine. Okay, he works for The Athletic. He has a podcast called TIFO, massively successful. And I asked him what his talent was. Do you know what his talent was? Do you know what he's good? He's very good at determining what he's bored by. He's very good at determining what he doesn't like. In battle rap, there is a little bit, unfortunately, there is a little bit of sycophancy that kind of goes through the scene sometimes. Which is why I find Shawnee B's comments a little bit odd, because it's been my experience that people are quite happy to support each other when they believe in the cause. What I would like to see is a bit more of a challenge from the casual perspective. Really saying to these guys, right, I get that battle rap fans like you, but this tournament isn't about appealing to the current fan base necessarily. It's about getting new people on board. And the first thing a new person, when presented with something new, is going to go is, why should I care? And what is this thing that's preventing me from enjoying it? Why is it here? Can you not change it? Can you not get rid of it? So I think it's only fair for me to point out things that I think, from a more casual perspective, if I'm watching this and I don't have any investment in battle rap as a genre, I'm just watching it for shits and giggles, what I do like, what I don't like. That's all I'm trying to present to people, and I'm also trying to give the battlers an opportunity to opine, you know, deflect, whatever they want to do. You know what I mean? I thought Sam did a pretty good job there. You know what I mean? He came on, stated his case. He thinks, as you heard, he's a better rapper. Will that carry him far in the tournament? Who knows? It's only time will tell, and it's his opportunity to take. I wish this fucking logo in the corner would go away. There's a bright yellow tab in the corner that's saying error. YouTube is fucking up. Hopefully you can all still see and hear me nice and clearly. If you can't, let me know and I'll fuck around with it. Anyways, and Troy was there, so there you go. He can back me up on this. Anyways, let's switch screens. This is Ghast Buff versus Cray for No Loose
Production.
Oh, that is peaking bad. Right, sorry, hang on. That's a bit better. Okay, I'm happy with that. I can't stand it when it goes into the red bar, ladies and gentlemen. I can't stand it. Fiddlers! Fantastic venue for rap battles. I've said it a million times. This was a fun event too. With No Loose Chat hosting an event next, consider buying a ticket. A lot of fun. And you'll note a few people on this card gonna be in the tournament, so well worth keeping an eye on what No Loose Chat I've got cooking over there. Oh man. I'm gonna do something that no content creator should ever do. And I'm so happy the fucking YouTube yellow thing has gone away, so that's nice. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, there is I'm presuming it's a Spaces for the US UK stuff that's going on right now. Quill is speaking in it. I would imagine if I press it but then turn the volume off. The reason I mention this is if y'all want to go and tune into that, that might be inherently more relevant to the ongoing. Yeah, Trubs is in it. There's 61 people in that stream. So there it is. Hang on. If y'all want to go tune into that, I am not going to hate you for it. Okay? I understand that from a battle rap perspective, that might be more significant than some idiot watching battles and saying he likes them, saying he doesn't like them. So I just wanted to do my due diligence because, again, my job is to cover the scene, not cover myself in glory. If that's probably more your speed, you are more than welcome. Just go do your thing. I will not be mad at you. Anyways, let's fast forward a little bit because I want to get to the battle.
Peanut butter peas. Make some noise if you're in the building, please.
Woo!
Nah, you know who's right.
Sally.
I don't wanna end.
No Loose Chat.
Co-host.
Your boy TM from the TMI podcast, the Gulag. Make some
The
noise, y'all.
Gulag. Your boy TMR.
Alright, so we got this one. Ghast Buff versus Cray G.
Hylas.
We flipped
You're
on
my
camera.
boy. You're my boy, Hylas.
Cray G's going first.
Let's go. Cray G's up first. Very talented performer, Cray G. So he's going to present Ghast with a unique challenge, and I think you'll all agree.
Say yo. Crazy, you don't do this. Crazy, you don't do that. Crazy, you don't multi. Crazy, you rap for too long. Shut the fuck up. When I'm done, shut the fuck up. When I'm done, your wife is gonna have to wipe the muck up. I've had enough of you thinking you have something special to offer. You are a knockoff. A 50% Bobby gave you a shot up. Daylight robbery? No. I mean, technically you did win, but now you think you're certified, registered with the ink. I think I'm gonna hurt this guy. Chemicals to his skin.
I don't remember this. He's really going after the fact that he beat Bobby Rex. It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
It's not rocket science when you see the elements are sinking in. You are about to learn the whole lesson. I never knew chemistry was my thing. I mean, this could really be a golden classic. They said that he's a good sport, but I don't care how noble gas is. I break down gases.
Oh, I do remember this. This is pretty sick.
They said that he's a good sport, but I don't care how noble gases. I break down gas for four noble gases. AR equals argon, the hottest gas on Earth.
So I'm going to pause it for 2 reasons. Number one, I think my thing's going to pop up and say my phone's been plugged in. Secondly, right, remember this bit, because this bit leads to one of the most amazing flips I've ever seen. Not just because of the content of it, but because of Ghast's complete and utter disrespect. It's incredible. So when you see, remember this, and by the way, Craig G does a great job. I thought it was really well done. I thought it was really entertaining. But just remember, as good as this bit is, Ghast has got something for you. So
That's
just
exactly
remember.
how you've been feeling lately. In every space is acting like battle rap needs you daily, needs you gravely. Needs daily, like without you, it won't be glamorous. You are feeling more entitled than unanimous. He thinks he's God's gift, battle rap Jesus and Nazareth, but RN equals radon. And long-term exposure to this gas could be cancerous. You only exist because of Harrison Bubbles. Don't say it's the car. His thousands of followers maintained you on the path. Millions and millions of views. That man made you what you are. But ain't that funny? Because HE equals helium, and that shows that this gas can only be created from a star. This gas can only be created from a star. Over 9 battles every fucking year. Yeah, you look proud, but now that I am here with 3 compressed good rounds, that just means the energy that you have built gets ruined. How? Well, we should all know that expanding gas eventually has to cool down. I am doing you a favor, gas. Don't end up like XE, which equals Xenon, known as a stranger, gas. Don't burn yourself out like candles in containers, gas. I heard you keep the prices down so you could be the nation's favorite, gas. But you are not heating up this house, better take your safety, gas. I will take your carbon monoxide alarm and have you surrounded by danger, gas. Use this round? It's like how you say my rounds are made of gas. I understand why you may have no friends, but every mother told their kid growing up never to play with gas. Facts. I will bully this loner out of rapping place, tie him off a balcony. But what of you? I have to say, as soon as he looks down, I'm with his wife. I'ma have my way. Literally, I got gas reacting in the air with tears. Sound like acid rain. Time.
There you go. Hylas clearly burying the lead there. Cheers, Hylas. Right. I think if you're in the comments now, you're seeing where this is going. However, it was getting decent reactions of him. I thought it was cute. I thought it was good. I thought, again, it's the amalgamation. It's the delivery. It's the concept. It's the belief. It's the balance of not being too into it. But right, Hylas is picking up on it, right? It isn't just the fact that he flips it. Watch. He does it only as Ghast can do it. Ghast is the only one that can do it like this. Maybe Shuffle T as well, but I think Shuffle T's evolved past the slight. Whereas Ghast... Yeah.
My name isn't Gas. He did a whole round of flips on it. What can you do? If that's the best you've got, I feel sorry for you. If you need gas to stay in this, I can put you on an oxygen tube.
See what I mean? My name isn't Gas.
Round on neon gas. Yo! Round on neon gas. That's pathetic. It wasn't good when Dazzy said it. You say this is your house. If that's true, then no loose gas is finished. But if this is your house, why the fuck haven't you won a battle in it? Your house. That's what you'd have them all believe. But when I rap, screw faces come natural like deformities. People think I'll win because nobody grafts more than me. And people think you'll win because there's a long list of people you almost beat. If that's the best you got, how are we meant to care? A couple debatables no one debates, some videos that are never shared. That's like a general saying he conquered the...
I will just say, I take issue with that last statement, Ghast, because ain't nobody shared my motherfucking videos. That hurt me in my soul, Ghast. That hurt me in my fucking soul. Good point, though. Nah. Ghast is good, but I love how it's just so dismissive. It's the. I think we all had a friend like this in upper school or sixth form where they say something so bluntly and directly that it's funny. They're not saying anything that's not unfactual, right? And out of context or on a bit of paper, it's not funny at all. But it's the way they said it so deadpan. I loved how he said it. It was so funny.
Man, because more of his dead are buried there. But you're the main character here, right? So you don't want the story to end. I got on a 5-hour coach to be here performing for them. You only battle in London in front of all of your friends in venues so close to home they can walk to events. How is it Southside's crossed oceans to battle and this is your first battle north of the Thames? But his fans say he never loses. I guess he didn't think we'd notice the same handful of accounts on every battle of his deep throating that suspiciously comment on nothing else the league's posted. I mean, every account is years old. I'm still pretty sure he wrote it. We have different goals, because for me it's not just making sure what I've written's cold or being in contendership or winning gold. I have to worry about subscription counts and tickets sold. You can walk away if I walk part of this business folds. Oh, but he's Mr. Protocol, right? Of course you had something built around you. Your style's made to fit a mold. I had to grind for my looks.
He sneaks in hard stuff occasionally, Ghast does.
But meanwhile, the knifey bar kid does 8 bars clean and they get top tiers on speed dial. I feel like I'm going senile. He doesn't win. When you debuted for Prem, I was fuming at Trubs. Main event a short circuit. I blew a fuse at the plug. What? Fucking go, yeah?
That's good. I'm sure it's been said, but it's alright.
When you debuted at Prem, I was fuming at Trubs. Main event a short circuit. I blew a fuse at the plug. What am I not seeing? Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm losing my touch. Or maybe everyone else is stupid as fuck. Fuck your cheerleaders. I'd win this 2-1 if you were a judge.
Wow.
If this is all there is, call it quits. Your house is defaulting on its mortgages. This is a housewarming. I came into his house and I brought a gift.
There you go. And that's what I love about... Oh, right. Sorry. Let me just move it along just so it's not blinding your eyes. So, if you're not aware of Ghast Buff, what he does best is he has a comedic element that's second to none. He has a deep understanding of battle rap in terms of his relationship with it as a fan and now as a participant and now as a staff member. He also understands subversion. He also understands... He's very self-aware. So, when you add all that together, man... He's such a great performer. I'm such a big fan of his from the perspective of he comes out with... In his quotes... That's the other thing, man. Quotables. Like... I don't know why. I just don't... A lot of the new guys, I don't come away remembering something that they've said so distinctly I want to hear them say it again in the future or reference it in the future. Do you know what I mean? It's... These days, a lot of the guys have stuff about them that's quoted to them, but never anything in a battle context that's ever sort of taken... At least that's my feeling. None of them have that sort of same association with something that they've said, whereas Ghast does. You know what I mean? So, at least to me, he does. Anyway, round 2. I give it to Ghast because the flip just takes everything out of the first round for Craig G. So, I got it 1-0.
I said, breathe, bro.
Let's go.
With your ego, your head a burst. And these imaginations are getting worse. That's why I am here to kill a buzz like Emperor Zerg. That's not a figure of speech.
Toy Story
That's
references.
not a figure of speech. I mean every word. You don't even know who you are. But he pretends he does. Changing your appearance at every event for what? Last time he was here, he had a French flat so he could flex with us. Get the fuck out of here. Stay in the state. Last time he was here, he had a French flat so he could flex with us. Get the fuck out of here. Stay the same like leopard spots. Connect the dots. Charmander, Charmeleon, and Charizard. I ain't got to change the way I look to level up. And you got to level up. I ain't got to change change the way I look to level up. But you got a method, huh? Well, you do you and keep shape-shifting like in a Rubik's Cube. You're squaring up to who? Me? Foolish move. Take the piss, then it's goodbye to the loo. Summertime in the drop top, I'm in a ruthless mood. Take the piss, then it's goodbye to the loo. Summertime in the drop top, I'm in a ruthless mood. I'll put a hole through a body like a hula hoop. Frankenstein. I got my head screwed on too, so I'm gonna sample the screams of the NPC. Then make Koj pay me to use the loops. Hood lyrics. Hood lyrics. Well, you don't like hood lyrics? Well, that's the shit the man that rep with their heart. But you've never had a situation where you can only deal with a situation when it's dark. PTSD. Us niggas really got built-in memory cards. But it's people like you that forget where you are. You are a guest in this culture. Don't tell me you aren't, but that street shit, you don't get it. So really I should just let it pass. You haven't seen it firsthand. That's why you don't get the bar. You've only had second-hand experience like prosthetic arms. Understand what I'm saying? I've only had second-hand experience like prosthetic arms. Understand what I'm saying? You really have to be there to experience it like honey making, dodging sting operations. I was young and dangerous. I am just letting...
I think, by the way, just to touch on something he did there, I get it. I think when guys make up phrases like that, second-hand experiences like a prosthetic arm, not to piss in his cornflakes, I have two hands, so I have already two hand experiences in the sense of I have two hands. If the idea is it's a second hand, i.e. it's a used one, that doesn't make sense, because who the fuck is getting a second-hand prosthetic arm? Like, just, I need a prosthetic arm. Okay, well, there's one spare. It's second. Then it makes sense. The point I'm making, in my stupid, rambly way, is I don't mind them coining phrases. I suppose the coining of the phrase, though, has to stand up to some scrutiny. Otherwise, here's the thing. You're kind of laying the groundwork for someone to pick up on that and go, that's dumb, and then they throw it at your face in a battle, and then suddenly everything, something you've said offhand, pun intended, is then used by someone to get the crowd on their side in a battle to come. You saw that with Hamill and the profitable thing that I pointed out. Like, it didn't sit with me. It's not that... Okay, so just... This is the thing, Hylas. I don't mind. Again, I don't mind. If no one watched this, I'd still do it. Because I love battle rap and I want to showcase people. And they can watch whenever they want to watch, baby. It's all good. And that, honestly, that whatever that US, UK thing is, right? Can I say something now? I know we're in the middle of reviewing a Ghast Buff battle, but we've seen plenty of Ghast Buff on this channel, so hopefully you'll forgive me for just going off on a little tangent for a second. I don't care about US battle rap at all. I don't watch it. I don't really know anyone in it. I'm not really familiar with the fucking hierarchy over there, other than some references to King of the Dart. I know URL's a thing, but I must be perfectly honest with you. I don't care. I'm not that fussed about American battle rap. I get it's more popular than the UK's. And I understand that some of the discourse in the last week or so has been basically to try and piggyback off that, because what they're trying to do is, as battle rap promoters often do, is to glomp onto something more popular than what they currently possess in order to try and get some of it through osmosis. And I don't care. I don't care. I'd sooner watch 1,000 UK battle rap battles before you really get me all that interested in US battle rap, because it's not something I grew up with. It's not something that really appeals to me now, because it's a different style, different presentation, different hierarchy, all the rest of it. Maybe that will change. I don't know. It depends on, obviously, if there's any cross-pollination, if they really do get a lot of the American guys over from the US scene into the UK scene. But I just haven't been exposed to it on an extensive enough basis to really care that much about it. So while I recognise that my interest in it is limited, I know that a lot of other people absolutely adore the US battle rap scene. And so that's why I don't mind, Hylas. That's why I flagged it up to say, oh, by the way, if you're watching this stream and you care at all about US battle rap, the guys are in a fucking thing right now talking about it. Maybe that's more pertinent to you. Because again, guys, if you watch this now or if you watch this after the fact, know this. I want battle rap to be more successful in the UK for the battlers. The promotions will come and go. Like, you've seen it with Don't Flop. You've seen it with other promotions like King of the Ronalds and Code Red and all this other stuff. The battlers are what always remains. And the scene is the battlers, not the promotions. So with all due respect, whatever happens in battle rap, so long as the scene itself is elevated for the guys in it to be able to get the exposure and, most importantly, the fucking pay they deserve, that's all I care about. And if this promotes one person to buy an extra ticket, I've done my job. Excellent. If what I do showcases some aspects of a battler that makes you go and follow that battler and then pay to see them, I've done my job. It's the same with showcasing other people's stuff. Again, am I a fan of some people personally in UK battle rap? Fuck no! There's a few of them that I can't stand. But I recognise you, the audience, don't necessarily share that personal perspective. And therefore, if me showcasing someone that I don't like on here, or by directing you to them, by saying, hey, go watch their stuff, or go follow them, or whatever, makes them go up, and then makes the scene go up as a whole, again, I've done my job, man. It's not about gatekeeping. It's not about shutting doors on people. It's about this community that we're all so proud of. We're supposed to be supporting each other, showing each other critical praise where it's possible, and tough love when it's necessary too, so that we can all kind of progress. I'm hopeful that it applies to me too. I'd love for the coverage of the events to raise my profile, get me closer to that magical 1,000 subscribers. But to be perfectly honest, and this is why Hylas got me on this, I don't mind. If watch what you like what you like. Just don't be a dick about it, and we'll all get on just fine. I promise you, there's enough space for everyone to operate and do their thing and do it well. That's just my belief. If anyone wants to hate on me for that, go fucking nuts. Whatever. Who cares? I'm still gonna, again, if no one was watching the stream, I'd still be doing it because I love watching battle rap, and it's nice to have company while I'm watching it. Anyways, I want to go back. So yeah. And anyways, point being, Hadashrooms and Hylas, if you two are the only guys watching, what makes me sad is the fact that I'd prefer you both to have little windows here so we could all be watching it together rather than, relegating you to the chat. I'd love to, but I know that you two fuckers would be just in the corner. You'd mute me and talk amongst yourselves, and I'd never get a word in edgeways on my own fucking show. So we ain't letting that happen anytime soon, boys. Hylas, I'm the opposite. So I got into battle rap through Smack DVD because I'm that old, but I much prefer UK stuff since I discovered it. Make you mods anyway. What does that even do? I'll talk to you guys off air about it, but I don't know what a moderator does, to be honest. I don't think I need him because, again, I don't have anyone in the comments talking smack to me. It just doesn't happen. Anyways, right. And yeah, so yeah, I'll just remind you guys again one more time that yes, there is currently a live Twitter Spaces going on right now where they're discussing the US, UK feud scenes, whatever. I don't care about it. Couldn't care less about it. But if it's your speed, it's still live right now, I believe. So feel free to go and tune in if that's what you want to do. Ghast Buff's performing.
You know, James, because you have not been educated. This has nothing to do with race. It's your arrogance, and you misplaced it. But I'm gonna help you find it. And I'm gonna help you find it the fastest. You told Dazzy knife bars are fictional. Why? Because you haven't seen the carnage? Because you grew up with Christmas lights in your front and your back garden? Because you could stay out as long as you want, your street was harmless? Security retarded? How many...
See, now that's a line that I don't get. Grew up with Christmas lights in your front and back gardens. Okay. I didn't. I don't think that makes me street or well versed in knife crime though. Like, we just didn't decorate the back of the house because what's the point? It leads onto a main road. Who the fuck's gonna see it? I know, by the way, before anyone fucking corrects me, I know I'm missing the point. I'm doing it on purpose. I'm being an asshole. Allow me, blood.
times in your life have you heard the word dearly departed? Let me break it down, let me break it down, let me enhance it. I used to walk around with a screw face, hunchback, talking the hardest. Because the meaner you are, the less easier you are to be a target. The same time you picked up a pen, a young team also picked up an item with a cartridge. And you can't say whether it's right or wrong when you don't have the answers. Time. No, overdrive.
Okay.
No. I'm gonna catch you slipping. stepping while you're walking the streets. I ain't heard of no murders in Peterborough, so I'ma be the brother to haunt the streets. I'm hunting, and you're the man wanted like Morgan Free. Stepping with the weapon, how many shots more than 3? And I'll let it sing from the whip, bullets that hit James Core, then you will see me. Stuff in your face with shells. Bullets that hit James Core, then you will see me. Stuff in your face with shells, buff air and all you can eat. But wait a sec, you thought it was sweet? Well, you're wrong, James. Anything goes. So what's going on, James? English born, suck your mum, James. Keep thinking that it's gonna be fun, James, and you're beautiful. Wife's gonna have to carry you home. I'm just being blunt, James. You ain't got the X factor that means. And you're beautiful. And you're beautiful. And you're beautiful.
Yeah, had a streams. I caught that too. Like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, fair enough. Again, it's whatever works for the crowd, I suppose. I thought, I think that's more a play for the third, to be honest with you. But, yeah. Again, dude, trust me. I live in the Midlands, and it's not exactly a tropical paradise here either, brother. Anyways, sorry. We're in a weird James Blunt sing-along moment.
Come on, James. Keep thinking that it's all fun, James, and you're beautiful. Wife's gonna have to carry you home. I'm just being blunt, James. You ain't got the X factor that we want, James. Arthritis-like symptoms you may get when you're young, James, because you've been writing a lot, bouncing around in these space battles. But it won't be too long, James, before you end up in a space jam like LeBron James. When I rap, it's not crazy. It's crazy.
There you go. Alright. Now, for the record, I don't actually remember a lot of the rest of the battle. I do remember the flip at the beginning of the first from Ghast, though. So, this will be interesting because I'll relive this with you guys.
I can understand why he's got this energy. He's got a lot he needs to prove. Said he's never heard of a murder in Peterborough. He should read the news. He says this is his house. If that's true, then Ghast Buff is finished. But if this is your house, why haven't you invested any money in it? You were gifted a match with Visual and expected him to wager his fee. So fucking selfish. Says it, typical landlord, says it's his house and his income is someone else's. This is serious. I know you think it's jokes I've been prepping for Craig, but humor's a defense mechanism, and he's got no punches worth defending against. And if he already expects to be paid, you've led him astray. I've been messaging Trubs and telling the plug he should be kept from the mains. Eat his next Sunday. Yo,
He's going in. He's going in.
I've been messaging Trubs and telling the plug he should be kept from the mains. Eid's next Sunday. It's too early for you to be getting a plate. Because you don't have the pen of me or Reverse, the accessibility of Sean Cray. You haven't known what Southside have done to open doorways. I care about the art form. You care about your wage. We're taking different types of notes. Only one of us brought change. But this is your house, right? You say you're the owner, but you ain't the promoter. You're lucky I don't do personals. I could have had you paid in exposure.
That's such a social media dig. Because, again, Ghast is everywhere, man. Like I say, I can't imagine what's keeping him busy right now. He's probably in that American thing, because fair play to him, right? But, yeah, that is such a... Yeah. Oh, man. He's got references for days. I love it. Sorry.
Say this is your house. You say you're the owner, but you ain't the promoter. You're lucky I don't do personals. I could have had you paid in exposure. He's never won a battle, so how is he respected? When ops are offered you, they want north of £100 as the incentive. They've thrown you in the deep end with the sharks now that they're invested, and then have to clap because you took longer to drown than they expected. Well, you were out your depth. Fuck your knife bars. You can't take a cut if you're not why the crowd attends. Snoop asked what my fee was. I said £1 of flesh.
Yeah, go on, talk your talk, Ghast. Talk your talk.
You can't take a cut if you're not why the crowd attends. Snoop asked what my fee was. I said £1 of flesh. You want money wired? I'll wrap a wire around your neck till it's stained with more blood than a Saudi check. I was very clear.
Political.
with his check. I said you want money wire? I'll wrap a wire around your neck till it's stained with more blood than a Saudi check. I was very clear. This is the year I kill your favourites. I asked who's the heart of the league so I can shock them like defibrillators. But you are paying for a knockoff, a charlatan, an imitator.
I've just realised that has a double meaning now, doesn't it? Ghast saying this is the year I kill your favourites. Not just personally. Now he's killing the bookies' favourites for the people winning the tournament. Double meaning from a battle rapper. Who knew?
Never cooked, but wants money for his delivery, like when you tip a waitress. Visual being on the flyer with him. Visual being on the flyer with him was doing him a favour. You put your fee up. I'm not being paid a quid to wager, but because I promo, they think it's my job to make these bitches famous. They all say this is my house, till I open up the pad and write them their eviction papers.
Woo! Just lingered for a second there to get a shot of him getting a good swig of his drink. So this is it, man. This is the difference in terms of Ghast's experience. Again, Ghast is so experienced at this point. He's got so much in the bank. So much.
About meat, well, let's redirect, because a butcher's knife is something that you can meet in the flesh. Yo, I said, why are you so fixated with battle rap? When 5 years ago, you didn't even know how to rap.
Why are you so fixated on battle rap? I feel like that's a question every single battle rap fan in the UK currently asks and never has a particularly good answer for, because I don't know if I know. I just know I love it. I know I'd watch 1,000 of these good ones, not necessarily all the terrible ones, but like, why are you so into battle rap? Craig G asking the deep philosophical questions of our day. Hylas, wouldn't it be mad if Ghast won the tournament? He's very capable now. I think he writes and performs very much favourably for Judge Battles. Listen, man, I've said it 1,000 times. Ghast Buff beat Bobby Rex. I don't care if Bobby Rex says... sorry, not Bobby Rex. I don't care if everyone makes excuses and says Bobby Rex maybe underestimated him or didn't treat it as such, or blah, blah, blah. I know what Bobby Rex thinks, which is every battle is his to win, and he's a champion, so he carries himself as such. He came into that battle to battle Ghast Buff, not battling, I'm throwing it away. I'm sorry, man. Ghast has every right to believe he can fucking win this tournament. And for me, he's one of the favourites. I get you've got Visual in there. I get you've got... Now you've got Bobby in there. You've got... there's others, okay? There's other people that you would think he could go far. He could do well. Da-da-da-da-da. But Ghast Buff, Why are you so passionate about this thing we're doing now? Yeah. Yeah, it's a good question. But yeah, man, Ghast Buff is... I'm just saying to you right now, I think if I'm a betting man, I do not bet against Ghast Buff.
Think you have the authority to critique me? How is that? Why is that? You think I can take advice from you? Someone that's never lived through or took part in a grime clash? Is my man mad? It's my man. And I ain't talking about them DF sets. I'm talking P Money versus Skits, Max Star and Double S, Devil Man versus Skits. You seen them? You seen them? No? Well, pussy, you better show me some respect. So when you say that my pen has a thing or two errors, I say that my pen has been through errors. You're from the error of the error. I'm from the error of forever. I have never been an outcast. In my first year, I battled Surfer, Black T and Viz. Wow, how time flies. Yeah, I do understand I made a rookie move versus T. I remember I was like, I might have sacrificed round one, but it's done. Yeah, that was done. Most of you lot were right, alright, but Craig G was still an amateur working through some guidelines. My biggest blunder was saying that I made a blunder like Einstein. I understand.
It's not a ridiculous question in the context of, this is why I think Ghast Buff does struggle sometimes. His perception as being... Again, the kryptonite of any battle rapper is you care too much. Caring is not considered cool. Passion is not considered cool. Struggle, strife, adversity, all these things that lead you to become good over time, because you have to overcome the adversity or the struggle of it. That's seen as, it's seen differently. Ghast is passionate. He cares deeply about battle rap. He loves battle rap to death. And that's seen as a detriment. Fucking explain it to me. I don't know if anyone really can. It's just, it's something that's embedded in battle rap culture. And if you can't change that, Ghast has to shed that. He is going to have to, at some stage in this tournament, address the fact that he is doing this because he's really fucking good at it now. Not just because it was an ambition of his to become good at something he was a fan of. Because if he doesn't, that's his kryptonite. It's the reason why I think a lot of people ultimately bet against him or judge against him. It's not the quality of his stuff. It's the perception that he cares. And he does. But what I'm saying is that shouldn't be held against him. That's my take on it.
Spilling the beans. I am just spilling the beans. I am just spilling the beans because in hindsight, I know what you write, right? Time capsule. You just want to unravel old material in this present time. Fine. I can do the same. In your first year, psych, I lied. I couldn't be bothered to do that research. I couldn't be bothered to do that research. I didn't find no time. Yeah, you've been taking digs and searching for me. Makes sense. I'm a gold mine. But ain't you tired of getting your wires crossed? My oh my. How you think I can't get explosive and write dope rhymes? Well, this a bomb blowing up in your face and you will die. No, my. The countdown to your demise. This loud mouth forget pushed to the side. Now a stoker genius is finally how you can be recognized. It's that Cooley. I'm Rudy. What does he know? I'm 30 from early. I've been in that AMG mode. Now check the statement. I swear it's about to get mad dog. As soon as I find out you're in Sackyard, I'm gonna pull the show up unexpected like a bank charge. All that damn bar made it be a target, so I'm a grab dog. Chuck him in the oven, then really turn up on this gas mark. It sounded toxic, but it's cool. I'm wearing a gas mark. I even had a glance through the glass. I saw the last gas gasp. You have the grass. The fact the grass isn't green. Over here, I'm standing guard, and I don't grant you permission to ever say on any day that Trey G's wordplay isn't choreographed.
Time. I know you're not a fan, Harz. I dig it. I think it's perfectly suited for No Lose Chat, and in terms of his direction, in terms of his delivery and all the rest of it, he's put it together, man. I dig it. But I'm just saying that it's the caliber of opponent he's up against.
House, and you lot let him say it.
And that's the thing. So again, Ghast is just too well studied for it, man. He's thought about this. He's been very cerebral about it, and he's got the ability to be able to deflect, whereas Craigie doesn't. That's what I'm saying, man. And that's what I would coach Sam on, is if your intensity is how you win battles, what happens when your intensity is used against you and it becomes a constrictive factor? Ghast can go through the gears if he needs to. He can revert and he can switch it up and all the rest of it. And good competitors in this upcoming tournament are going to need to do that, because you don't know what kind of opponent you're going to be coming up against, at least outside of the groups. So you got to be able to switch it up and be more dynamic than just, I do this and that's that, and I'm just going to do it as well as possible. Okay, fine, but then you've got to be ready for an opponent to exploit that.
Accomplishments, but you celebrate him. Your house is a fucking bungalow. You've never taken steps and elevated. He says this is his house and you lot let him say it. No accomplishments, but you celebrate him. Your house is a fucking bungalow. You've never taken steps and elevated. His slogan says it all. When I rap, it's not crazy, it's crazy. Yeah, it's definitely not crazy. Every performance made is all the same. I watched you versus Whispers and it was so fucking boring, Craig. Half an hour of, I move insert drug here like footballer name. You told him he does too many UK schemes for these Americans. Then closed the very next bar with I caramba. Is Whispers secretly a Mexican? I mean, Dios mio, muchachos. They say that's your best. I don't... Again, I said Dios mío, muchacho. They say that's your best. I don't think I've seen Whispers do worse. Before that, booked against Bobby Rex, which you didn't deserve, because there wasn't much left to battle after Visual's third. See, when you lose a battle, you pick yourself up, move on, you live and you learn. But to get bigger battles, you meant to start winning them first. I thought this look good in defeat shit had diminished returns. It's like he's got the staff under a spell. Hell, I think it's a curse. Based on his trajectory, I could 30 him today and find out a month later they've given him twerk. The guy can barely multi and he's never spat an original verse. Even his name is a derivative work made out of a single syllable word. Wow. Against Visual, a whole round using his real name to flip. Said Michael so many times it started to take the mick. Against Black T, a whole round calling him non-binary. Lost that match as well. Imagine doing bars about identity when that's a thing you lack yourself. Wow. See, his crop get this kind of match too early. I came in the first time because they made me think that Dazzy's worthy. Ended up getting a body with filler like taxidermy.
Wow.
Oh, but you guys like knife bars, right?
Yes, they do. So do I.
You guys like knife bars, right? Well, I've got to stab you, then try and twist it like CEX changed the key to the staff room. He does bars like that in battles. He does bars like that in battles.
Ghast is
And I'm a hater
ridiculous.
for thinking that he lost them. But when someone new, loud and stabby appears, you'll quickly be... He does bars like that in battles.
Imagine. Imagine that's how someone gets introduced. And to my left-hand side, we got a new guy. He is new. He is stabby. He is loud. Give it up for... Oh, my days, Ghast. You stop it. You stop it,
And I'm
Ghast.
seen as a hater for thinking that he lost them. But when someone new, loud and stabby appears, you'll quickly be forgotten. Because you're not sick, Craig. You're a symptom of a problem. Never won a battle. 0% success rate and still expects to get paid. Even in your own class, you were not the best, Craig. You're not as good as D-Buck, Dub T, RX or MK. But I developed talent while the South built a dojo. The North brought in a sensei. And while it's cute, yo, I said I developed talent. While the South built a dojo, the North brought in a sensei. And while it's cute, you've gone from Surfer's clone to his best mate. This is... I said, while it's cute, you've gone from Surfer's clone to his best mate. This is the difference between being an example and a template.
And there you go. That was, yeah. Yeah, Ghast was not mincing his words there, was he? God damn! I remember Ghast winning. That's why I also didn't feel bad about picking the battle as far as sort of saying like, oh, this is a close. Nah, I want to exhibit the battlers in their pomp, and yeah, I remember Ghast that day being fucking imperious. From that name flip on, again, he set that. Again, this is the other thing about battle rap that I just think is just a fact. Both battlers are going to be given an opportunity to set the tone of the battle at some stage, and the first person to take it with both hands defines the battle. If you define the battle as who can be pettier, great. If you can define the battle as who can be harder, or quicker, or slicker, or more whatever it is, they take the battle in the end, because that's the paradigm that gets set to the battle. I think that's maybe where I'm missing the thread, because I think the reverse battle, I think it's a lot... Everyone was telling me like it was a 3-0 to reverse. I'm sorry, I just disagree, because again, I look at things like originality, I look at the delivery, I look at the cadence, and also I just... whether or not I vibe with it, right? But it seems to me that reverse was the one that set the tone for that battle and carried it and won. And that's the thing. That's just a sort of ubiquitous fact about battle rap. If you're the one that sets the tone and you're the one that sets the parameters for the audience, it's your battle to lose. And in that battle, from the name flip, Ghast turned it from it's whoever's, you know, in No Loose chat terms, it's who needs to be. Oh God, Ghast is in the chat. Ghast did a great job. I'm going to pretend you're not there for a second, Ghast. Ghast was in Imperious form, and he set the standard from the jump that I am going to dismantle you before I even start talking about myself. And I think it was really by the third round that he was starting to talk about himself in positive terms, like, they set up a dojo, they brought in a sensei, that sort of thing. Hylas wants to see Ghast on the stream. Ghast, you have the Zoom link. You are welcome to hop on. Is everyone okay with me having Ghast on now rather than at the end? Ghast, I don't want 20 minutes, half an hour of your time this time, Ghast. You're a wrestling fan. You should know this. It's promo time. If you can give me just 5 minutes, I promise to just put the camera on you, shut the fuck up, and let you talk your talk, my friend. This is your opportunity to tell people why you're going to win the tournament. I don't want to hear and this is a criticism I've had of Ghast. I want to see no more Mr. Nice Guy. This isn't Ghast coming in and being the, oh, I'm just so happy to be here, and it's such a great tournament, and so many great competitors. My name is Ghast Buff, and I'm about to change your fucking lives, because I'm about to win a tournament, and then I'm going to redefine a generation of fandom with battle rap. And the only two things you can do about it are nothing, and enjoy it like it's the last day of your fucking lives. That's what I want to see. Ghast Buff is entirely too nice to do that, I will grant you. And Ghast Buff is in the personal meeting room, which means let's turn to Zoom. Let's pull it up. Once again, Ghast, you're not going to see me, I'm afraid. You're only going to hear me, so forgive me. You'll see him before you hear him, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, my days. 2 guests in one show. Look at me go. I can hear him. I can hear Ghast Buff. Can't start video, that's fine. I am the host. I am doing well, my friend. How are you doing?
I'm very good. I'm just waiting for the video to sync up with me actually being here.
That's cool. Right. Let's... come on. My laptop, as stupid and dead as it is right now, I can see you, which means I'm happy to flip it over, which means that everyone can see Ghast Buff is in the house. Now, I promise something. I plan on delivering it. I plan on throwing one thing and one thing only out there, and I'm going to shut the fuck up. Ghast Buff.
Yep.
Tell people why you're going to win the upcoming Premier Battles Where Winning Matters tournament.
Well, Lorne, I'm going to win for one very simple reason, and that is because I am the most tried, the most tested, and the hungriest person in the tournament. I am the person that in my 3rd year got the 2nd most nominations for most improved, which is relatively unheard of for someone that keeps getting better year on year. I have shown continuous, definitive improvement, and frankly, I'm very bored of entering tournaments and going out in the quarterfinal. It would be nice to get in that elusive final spot. It would be nice to join the very short, very elite list of names of people that have had a UK title shot. And frankly, I look at everyone in the tournament, and outside of Viz and Bobby, I don't see anyone that can beat me, frankly. I think the form I'm on, the drive I have, I've even had a couple battles where I've reached out to league owners today and said, look, I want to put everything into the tournament. I don't have time. I don't have mental space for exhibitions. I want to go 3-0 in the group. I want to get to the final where legends like Saurus already have predicted me being. So I have a lot of expectations to live up to, most importantly of which being my own. I am very determined to get the matches I want out of this. I'm thrilled Bobby's back in this. I didn't want any excuses. I didn't want people looking at this and going, yeah, of course Ghast made it to the final. There was no one good. Let there be more replacements. Let there be equally high opportunities for people to come there and let me... I am chomping at the bit for this, man. I am looking at this like an all or nothing thing, frankly. I
have never in my... Right, ladies and gentlemen, you've seen a first. A statement that you will never hear it again. I, for one, was glad when they announced Bobby was included. What kind of kamikaze styles, what kind of death wish that you have that you go, bring it on?
And I can say that because you were there, Lorne. You were there front row. You saw in the flesh that I had written like I was fighting for my life. And let's be real, even Bobby will say this, I didn't get an A1 Bobby Rex. I got a Bobby Rex who wrote for a fun battle, for a fundraiser event, and a good time was had by all. I enjoyed the battle. I wrote like my neck was in a noose, and he didn't. In a tournament Bobby Rex is going to be writing to turn me into mincemeat. That is the Bobby Rex I want to stand in front of and see if I can stand in front of. I don't want there being any flukes. I don't want people saying that I made it to the final, won the tournament, anything from an easy encounter. And if he beats me, then fair play to him, because he will have beaten the best Ghast Buff to date, which is what everyone in the tournament is getting.
I got to ask another question, because I don't know if you've heard of this gentleman. His name is Kick Nelly. That's his name. And he came on the show yesterday, albeit briefly, and caused something of a bit of a ruckus, because he rocked up and he immediately made me crease. And he was treating it a little bit differently. He's looking at kind of creating a bit of chaos, a bit of anarchy, turning in, you know, kind of, here are the rules, I'm bending them. I asked him what he wanted. He wants to win. I'm going to ask you the same thing, right? I know you want to win, but what do you really want from the tournament? What is this tournament an opportunity for you to get or to take that you don't already have, or you can't in this current iteration of Battle Rap that we're phasing it out of now? What is on the table for you?
Legacy, frankly, mate. I see a lot of people saying that, yeah, you get all these new guys come over, they go against the top tiers, they don't quite cut it, they don't quite break that glass ceiling, we give them these big names and they just all fall flat. I really want to be the guy that they look at and they go, okay, yeah, Ghast might actually be top tier. The same way that it took Viz a long time, even as good as Viz always has been, it took a long time for them to like say with chest, yeah, Viz is top tier. And I want to be standing in front of Viz in the final and have them be saying, or, you know, or Bobby or whoever makes it there, and have people be saying, yep, this is a new crop of top tiers. These are guys that have broken that ceiling. That's what it means to me.
And because I promised only 5 minutes, and I'm going to try and make my questions count. I have one last question for you, and then I want to let you sign off in style and just cut the promo you want to cut and say whatever you want to say. But here's my final question. And I know you can't go specific. Do you have anything special in mind for the tournament? Do you have anything in mind where you're thinking, right, I know about 3 battles. I've got at least 3 opportunities where I know what realistically I've got on my plate. Have you got anything maybe in the works for us? I know you like to make things special. You like to have little Susan. You've got your own lore at this point, dude. Do you have anything for us?
Absolutely, man. Like, I am looking at all 3 of my battles. I really like them, and because every one of them has something that's special to me that makes the battle mean something to me personally. And people always say, oh, battles don't have enough of a narrative, there's not enough story to them. These battles generally do mean something to me. The first is Slester means that yet another Academy winner. I have now battled 4 out of the 5. This was a battle that was meant to happen the same day as Bobby Rex, and I hand on heart believe I would have won both battles if they'd both happened. That would have been a feather in my cap I would have loved to have had. All I really need to do now is make them shorter, punchier, more concise, and more suited for a tournament format, which I'm very happy to do. And it has the added bonus that once I've battled Slester, everyone standing behind me for my debut battle is now someone that I've battled. I think that's quite cool, personally. Sam Essay means a lot to me because he's someone that's in my Academy group. He's someone that I rate. He was my pick to win Academy. Don't get me wrong, I'm thrilled for Ramble. I thought that was a real upset, and it's great to see everyone's improvement. I want to see what he can do when he stood in front of someone more experienced, because, you know, now as the experienced guy looking at the new crop of Academy, like LS Dean did for me, I want to see if he rises up to the occasion when he gets that opportunity. And Bowski is just going to be fun, but also Bowski is a big part of the reason I'm a battle rapper. I remember exactly where we were. It was a 5 guys in Bristol, me and Crow and Bowski, waiting for a burger. Crow saying that he had heard all the Crow flips that he'd ever heard, and I came up with a new one, and Bowski said there and then, you should do a tryout. It took me 2 months to sign up for it, but if you go back to that seed being planted, then Bowski was there, and it's going to be really cool to give Bowski a retirement that he can be pleased with.
My days. I mean, I'm almost scared to throw it to you for this last little bit, because then I'm going to let you go. I don't want to take up your time like I always do, because I need to also address the one last little thing that I'm trying to make this series about, which is, look, let's say a casual pass, like, oh, what's this battle rap thing? Or I'm a little bit aware of battle rap. I'm not too sure about. Okay, I see this Ghast Buff guy. I'm not sold on him. You know, he seems a bit this, that, or the other. I don't know. Talk to those people. Talk to the people that are not convinced by you right now. They're not sure you can win. They're not sure you've got what it takes to go up against a Bobby Rex or a Visual or any other competitor. Tell them what you should be telling them in terms of, right, you need to pack that shit in and listen to me. Here's what I have to say. Talk to those people for a second for me.
Well, there are a good 300,000 people that don't seem immediately sold on me. A couple of them have been won over, but if you are apprehensive about my ability to stand in front of someone like Bobby Rex, might I recommend me versus Bobby Rex? Might I recommend me versus the best pen of our generation? Might I recommend my rematch against Kingsley Thunder, where we were both levels above? Might I recommend my battle with Frost, where I rock the big Apex stage? I have been considerably improving. I am miles beyond a battle or a clip of mine that statistically, if you are remotely involved in battle rap, you've probably seen, because that's how the algorithm works. But I am continuing to get better, and long may that continue into 2026.
I think Hylas has summed it up by essentially accusing me of asking a dumb question by saying, I don't think there's anyone left that doesn't believe in Ghast, to be honest. And I count myself among them. Dude, I can't say. Number one, thank you for just hopping on for a second. And number two, just from me, I've reviewed probably more of your battles than anyone else on this channel at this point. Like, I've seen more of your battles. For me personally, and I said this on the stream the other day, your rise from where you started to now, your position in the scene, I'm so excited for you for this tournament, because I think out of everyone, you amalgamate the two worlds better than anyone, and I'm pulling for you, man. I'm gonna be really, really hoping that you smash it like I know you will. Just fucking kill it, man. That's all. If I don't get another chance to say to you, kill it before the tournament, you fucking go, my friend. You go fucking kill it, my friend.
Like, I really want to be, like, the breakthrough success story. Like, I want to be the Bizzo of this year. I know already a lot of people are looking at it going, yeah, Ghast could go really far. But even then, I think people are going, yeah, it's Bobby's to win, it's Viz's to win. I would love to surprise people. I genuinely would. And I'm very confident in my ability to do exactly that.
There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, Ghast Buff in the flesh. What a nice man. I'm going to let you go, which it's rude of me, because then I've got to cut the meeting to be able to cut away. But
no worries at all. Thank you for having me.
I'll drop you one of my whimpering 3.5-minute DMs later saying thank you 1,000 times to say thank you for coming on. I promise.
Not a problem at all. Have a good stream, man. Take it easy.
Peace out, brother. Peace out. Right, there you go. That is Ghast Buff, ladies and gentlemen. He just came on and sold you, hopefully, on why he should be. By the way, I don't really send 3.5-minute long DMs to say thank you for things. I just, you know, I'm just kind of like, yeah, cheers, bro, and I just move on with my day. I don't do that. Set reminder to send Ghast Buff 3.5-minute voice note. Anywho, so there you go. That was Ghast Buff. Thank you very much for joining us, sir. You absolute fucking legend. And for me, again, I'll say it because I meant it. One of the favourites of this tournament. Do not sleep on the young man. So, with Ghast Buff in the can, we have two more competitors to review. We have Bowski and we have Slester. And the reason why I'm quite happy to crack on now is because I wasn't able to make contact with Bowski. I wasn't also able to make contact with Slester. So yeah, I'm happy to just kind of blast through these last two battles if everyone's okay to, because I don't anticipate that either one of them is going to appear in the chat or DM me in the interim period. So, for the sake of fairness and for the sake of parity, let us go to... If it lets up, there we go. Let's go. I think we'll go Slester next. Hylas, you lightweight. I know we've been going for 2 hours already, but I want to make sure we cover everybody. I don't want to shortchange anybody. So, by the way, again, there's 6 of you watching right now. Feel free to bounce. Again, I'm in for the long haul on these, for posterity and for the future. So, I want to make sure we cover everybody. So, Hylas is withering here. Is everyone else okay in the chat? I don't know if I should offer this. Do y'all want to take a break for 10 minutes? Loo break? Grab a coffee, grab a tea. Trick question, no, you're not allowed. Slester versus Kick Nelly is next. I have very little exposure to Slester, so I'm looking forward to seeing what the young man has to offer. Right, let's swap it over. Here we go. Let's go. Don't turn your back on the wolf pack. Haha, good man, Hylas. I should also probably say, I know I'm supposed... The comments are supposed to be like, you know, your opportunity to have your say as well, by the way. If I have a battler on, do feel free to put your questions in the comments, because if you want me to ask something of the battlers while I've got them on, I'm more than happy to extend that opportunity to you guys. Again, it's not just about what I think and what I want to hear. It's about what you guys want to hear too. Please, feel free to leave your questions in the comment section. And if one of them... Again, I'm not anticipating Slester or Bowski coming on. If anyone actually follows them on Twitter or on Instagram or anything like that, feel free to tag them and say, hey, some guy's talking about you. You should probably hop on. But I'm just not anticipating them. But going forward, for future episodes of this, feel free to leave your comments if we've got a battler coming on, so I can put your questions to them. I'd love to be able to do that for you.
Premier Battles, we are in London for match day 2. If you're with us in the building, make some noise.
Yeah.
We're about to get into the second D2 matchup of the day. On the right-hand side, you've seen him before in Premier Battles. Show one.
Hang on. Oh, the volume's up. Okay, sorry, I just realised that I turned it down for no loose chat, so I'll turn it back up.
Welcome to Slester. Let's go.
Slester's a unique battler.
And on the left-hand side,
everyone else
representing
okay.
Riot Club, is Nicky Worthless, the penis pump purchaser, no loose group chat. Make some fucking noise.
Kick Nelly, Joker
Yo,
Kick Nelly
team,
to kick off.
It's a 3-round battle, and this is Judge. Slester decided he's starting round 1. It's round 1 of you, bro. Let's go.
If yous react to...
This might be a slight pet peeve. I don't want anyone sitting on a stage. Unless you get the whole row, you know what I mean? You got to fill the space, you know what I mean? Just weird thing to pick up on as a kickoff, but I'm just saying, yeah, you got to fill the space, lads.
Yo, as always, with the team, it's a 3-round battle, and this is Judge. Slester decided he's starting round 1. It's round 1 of you, bro. Let's go.
If yous react to Kick today, he will do this.
Special. Wow. You need a long-term relationship, mate. Settle down. The theme of today's battle is on better, but better how? Mate, you cannot even say... My mouth literally makes better sounds. Mate, if you were a cow, then I would be a better cow. Fact. If you were a cow, then I would be a better cow. Plus, Quill taught me how to juggle. I am even a better clown, mate. We started at the same...
Props.
We started at the same time. I was better then, and I'm better now. That's why the highlight reel to this will be labelled Slester's Rounds, but check him out. Mate, his lack of self-awareness will be the reason that I beat the prick. It's funny your head is up your arse, mate, because that is where you need a kick. You piece of shit. Overperformer. So I'm over performances from this hopeless, incompetent little hoe for a compliment. This weirdo's ego growth is unwarranted. So please hold your applause or you'll get known as accomplices. Look, I know when it snowed, it was cold at the orphanage, but just because... I know when it snowed, it was cold at the orphanage, but just because you had it rough don't mean we owe you the opulence. If I wrote what I've achieved, it'd be like Moke with a shopping list. If I wrote what I've achieved, it'd be like Moke with a shopping list. You go overboard with your confidence because you don't have accomplishments. You just want a joke, but you're watching it. This baggy dope is a test, please. This is your dream battle, and it just shows that Prem don't respect me. Check, please.
Let's go, first round.
Alright, solid first round. Apparently Hyler says this is going to be the fruit battle.
Fuck off, Slester! So your family run a salon. That's nice. But have you no shame or envy? It ain't impressive you have a haircut that is so lame and messy. For fuck's sake, you should know better. Growing up in a hairdresser. I mean, come on, man. Your name is Desmond. That is like the equivalent of Kanye, Bard, and Hitler growing up in a synagogue. At home, you should feel at home with a cappella because you ain't improving. Spent all these years doing barbershop. Now it's really time for you to face the music. Because honestly, I'm fed up of all this talk about his mohawk. Mine's better! Yeah, I know I'm at fault.
He mentioned this yesterday, I feel like. He mentioned it was in the other battle with Jeeves, I think it was. And Jeeves kept on banging on about his mohawk, and then he flipped it by saying, listen, mohawks are fucking aggressive, son. His writing is underneath the side. So, number one, Pagan, welcome. Thank you for joining us, sir. Appreciate it as always. Yeah, I forgot to review the round, didn't I? So, yes, it depends on the room. I find that Premier Battles rooms can run hot and cold sometimes. Sometimes Premier Battles rooms are super into it and super invested and super vocal. Other times there's a bit of a disconnect and disjointment, especially when, I don't know, they're not sure about the performance, maybe? I don't know. I feel like in this battle, again, they're maybe not sure about either guy. So, yeah, Slester gave a solid round,
I
you know
didn't
what I mean?
go all the way full with a mohawk, but guess what? I'm a self-respecting adult. I recently found out that you work for Sainsbury's delivery team, and yeah, you're from the Shetland, so I'd expect some horseplay, but you bought me a month's worth of shopping, and it expired in like 4 days. A shitty rapper working at Sainsbury's. He thinks he's so misunderstood, but that won't fly around these parts. Maybe in another hood, but this is for every single time I've sat at home thinking I've missed my delivery, like, where is he? The suspense is really killing me. Has he broke down, stopped, crashed, had a little sleep, and then I remember the way he raps and all the gaps between his awkward pauses and similes. And that really explains the pause in the delivery. Fuck your substitutions. I ordered a loaf of Hovis and you bought me a bag. I said fuck your substitutions. I ordered a loaf of Hovis and you bought me a bag of white flour. Look at him. Clearly not the first time he's exchanged bread for a fine powder. But you...
Drug bars, we've got them. Room fucking woke up for the first time.
I am self-aware.
Not to cast dispersions or anything. God damn it. There's been, you know, similes and homophones and allegories and all the rest of it, but the room rises with a drug reference. Okay. Again, lesson number 3 for the battle rappers of the world. Know your audience.
I said fuck his substitutions. I ordered a loaf of Hovis and he bought me a bag of white flour. Clearly not the first time he's exchanged bread for a fine powder. You go about life the easy way. I know, I ordered lemons and you bought me lemonade. Let me demonstrate. Fuck his dodgy pen game. Sainsbury's boy said he was about to be a movie. What? Orange Wednesdays. Imagine if his shitty band... Yeah, it really is fucking Orange Wednesdays, mate.
Wait. Swat.
He says it's...
Tangerine.
He says it's a tangerine. Is that true, bruv? On closer inspection, that is clearly a satsuma.
Fucking hell, lads. Fruit flips.
Fuck with me! I'm fucking doing it!
People are up now, man. They've woken up.
Imagine if his shitty rock band actually had fans and they clocked him on their weekly shopping. Ain't been this disappointed for a rock star scene in Orange since Ian Watkins. But if I catch this wannabe Johnny Rotten while I'm doing my weekly shopping, I'll leave him in a spot of bother. I'll chase him across the shop into the freezer like he was Boris Johnson. And then I'll rock him. Then I'll drop him. Then I stomp him. I leave his skull plastered all over the deck like a Jolly Roger. Of course I was gonna come here and fuck him up. My mum's name was Karen, and she raised one tough customer.
Wait.
Thank you, that was my first round.
The thing with Kick Nelly that I think is interesting is the fact that he is so unapologetically rebel. Jarl was clowning on me earlier about being a rebel. He considers himself not doing his job unless he is sticking his finger up to people as he's doing his thing. You know what I mean? But yeah, in terms of first round, I think Slester's was tighter, but unfortunately, Kick nearly got the rise. You know what I mean? So, and he got the bigger reaction. I mean, albeit fleetingly. But yeah, no, I'd agree. I give the first Kick just because, again, in terms of was Slester's cleverer? Yes, I think. Was it tighter? Yes. But again, it's about what hits and what lands with the audience. And I think Kick took the first one. Close, but Kick took the first one. And it's not like Slester didn't make some interesting points that then came to pass. It's just that Kick, he effectively handed Kick the round when he tried to be clever by flipping the orange thing, that's the tangerine, gave him the Satsuma thing. So.
Anyway.
But let me know what you think. If you grade it differently, leave me your comments.
I would prefer.
Yes.
If you were to barely make noise. Tried to talk to Kick about social cues. He said, "Where do I join?" Fact. Ric Flair. Woo! Battle rap is weird.
Yeah. Yeah. Facts. Battle rap is weird.
Battle rap is weird. And you're the weirdest guy in battle rap. You look like you own katanas and you sleep beside a battle axe. So like every slag you shag, you're in bed with a weapon. In this game, Kick's strange like Eddie from Tekken, but in his head, he's a legend. What I see is just a weirdo. Do you know what rhymes with Kick, Nelly?
What?
A bunch of freaks in a gazebo. And I don't...
I mean, it does.
And I don't care if this hurts your weakened little ego, but when people say the scene was at its worst, they are speaking about your league, bro. And it's not just because it had an awful bad name. Beast Anglia, in brackets, not in that way. And it's not just because you're the reason Robin HD exists, but fuck you twice for that one, mate, you horrid piece of shit. And it's not just because you gave Bard his comeback and okayed him competing in those luchador masks looking like racist Mysterio.
Wrestling bars, we've got them. Racist
It is
Mysterio.
because you never gave a fuck about talent development. You only ran a league to fucking add to your relevance. And that was everything wrong with this scene down to its spirit. Mate, the best thing you did with that league was kill it. It's time.
Okay. Stronger round than his first, for sure. Much stronger. So, let's see what Kick's got to say.
So since this battle got announced, you've been online acting a twat. Wants to be the villain so bad, but remember Scarface when he said goodnight to the bad guy, then got capped in the back. He wants to be the villain, but it's from a point of jealousy. I know that is a fact. You see a single teardrop before he launches a massive attack. You want to be an off-the-wall heel so much? Well, I'll gladly have him in the back of a van with a bit of metal in each of my hands. I could banish this man like Alakazam. When planning with Sam, he said, be careful with Slester because this man is abstract. He does whatever floats his boat. That's fine. I'll fill it with more holes than a catamaran. Recently, I found out that this twat was in a band, but they didn't have an official tee, so I thought I'd help him with designing one. I'll find out where they reside and bust the door in, slice them up, wipe the bile and blood on this plain white tee that I had brung, put it online and tell it for a tidy sum. Yeah, I just went from a butcher to a tailor, like England in '91.
That's nice.
That's pretty good, man. That's pretty good.
No way can he beat me! Fuck off, would I ever lose to Jake from the Tweenies?
Deep cut.
Woo! Desmond Johnson, when you started, you were generic as fuck. Received no acceptance or love, so you got the haircut and started dressing up to be getting a buzz. But you are not pushing the needle. And for the record, son, if I see DJ, he's getting spun. I am authentic, bruv. 100 just ain't enough. I keep it 1,000 like a metric ton. You just force it. This is prime money to some couture shit. A red L to a raw king. You would turn to ashes in the fires that I was forged in. So whether it's the... This is prime money to some couture shit. A red L to a raw king. You would turn to ashes in the fires that I was forged in. So whether it's the writing or performance or the clothing we're adorned in, your material is what I would use to wipe the floor with. And the fact we nearly have the same number on our backs really gets to me. I abhor the sentiment because my number represents the order I was selected in. His number represents what they scored his credit with. Your style is amazingly dated. Your style is amazingly dated, still rapping like it's 2012. No wonder you're still chasing status. Every battle doing the same shit after the same shit after the same shit. Basically, UKBR's equivalent of Jason Statham. You're from the Shetlands. How comes when you're stood in front of a goat, you never slay them? You are a pagan. Pagan.
Okay. I had that closer than the first. I'll give the second round to Slester because I think he hit his marks a little bit better. But again, I think it could be said that Kick Nelly is getting the bigger reactions. So again, it's an interesting dichotomy of pace at the moment. I think Slester is trying to pace himself a little bit more, whereas Kick Nelly is going through gears, but then maybe losing a bit of momentum in the middle of the round. So, Hylas, as far as the way you're scoring it, I mean, it's perfectly reasonable so far based on what I've seen. I'm just saying, though, that Slester seems to be keeping it relatively consistent. So I'll give it 1-1 for now.
I take it back. I take it back. I know Prem respect me. They fucking hate you, though, mate. Right?
By the way, so Hylas, again, man, I want to get something here. I will never ever do my best to shit on opinions in there unless it's if it's really bad, then fair enough. But like, dude, scoring a battle is so subjective. It's man, grade it however you want. All opinions are welcome here, my friend. All opinions. Slester also stuck to the time limits. Yes, that's another thing. And look, again, we've got to think about this in terms of the context of the tournament. 60 seconds, time limits, no crowd to feed off of, to speak of, and again, you've got to get your shit in and you've got to get it in quick. So anyway, sorry, Slester.
I take it back. I know Prem respect me. They fucking hate you, though, mate. Right? Right, Max. Right.
He's looking at Briggsy. Is that Rick putting his hand up?
They fucking hate you, though, mate. So they have sent me. They have set you up versus the step up you were afraid to take. I am a grave mistake. I'm amazed you made. So let me scream on stage like the ace of spades. Cause one hit'll make him MIA like paper plane. So it's time I was at his neck like Flavor Flav. You rate the new era? You're right.
Go on, let's go.
Come on,
let's go. Yeah. Trying to get the fucking thing in.
You rate the new era? I'm your favorite's fave. The boss level that before you play you save your game. I just helped save.
Crowd's coming up. Slester's waking up a little bit as
well. The boss level that before you play you save your game. I just helped save the game from these trash boy, never had it, bad voice, heavy chatting, asteroid, belt rapping, waste of space. I am your death cunt. I am your death cunt. And today's the day. And 3-0'd in a battle is what they'll engrave. Cause mate, Prem have looked after me since I was awful. Since I was awful. Still fact. Since I was awful. Still got petrol free. So if I'm being honest, there is obvious respect for me. But the first rule of Division 2 is I take any body that they send to me. Like I wanted body of the year, so it's a body you've been sent to be. This a Nexus 3-0. Getting bodied is your destiny. Saying this a Nexus 3-0. Getting bodied is your destiny. Say I lost, that shit is treachery. You are watching my ascendancy. He's a copy. I'm an entity. I am all that he pretends to be. So it's Brad Pitt, Fight Club, body of the century. It was meant to be. Something, shot I made you buy a cock pump. Time.
There you go. Okay. All right. That was a good round. So yeah, it's on kick to
So
just
Shotty
nick it at the
made
end.
me buy a cock pump.
Talk about it. Talk about it.
There you go. Like I was some sort of bloody mug. Well, I've seen your bird and her pungent rug. If anybody had to eat that mug, they would have to get their stomach pumped.
Vagina bars, we've got them.
How'd you spend 5 years studying lyrical complexity and comprehension to wind up doing a shitty bill collector impression? It's pathetic, because if you really were a real bill collector, you wouldn't be so indebted. Battle Slester. Easy, mate. He's soft and sweet. Piece of cake. He keeps dropping these gun bars, but he needs to stop that. We ain't dicks. No one believes that this jock's strapped.
Because he's Scottish.
See, he's shaking his head, but did you not say against tech? I bought the gun, but I forgot that. We don't revere or respect it, not for nearly a second. Hiding ScoMo before his cameos is the only time you're concealing a weapon. Cash rules everything around me. Cream, get the money. Dollar, dollar bill, y'all. Slester, why you broke? Nah, for real. Why you broke? Let me tell you, this man dropped 45 bags studying the Wu-Tang Clan. How the fuck he can celebrate is maddening. If I were him, I'd be trying to get that loan back like a relegation candidate. You are not bombing atomically. You are a young blood wannabe who's fucking up the quality of this scene. And at the end of the week, you get your paycheck, open it. Size. Realizes he might as well have no degree. Can barely afford to get to events. Next battle is in his overdraft. Next battle I'm overseas. How the fuck did you spend 5 years studying Wu-Tang and have no Kareem? But hang on, I mentioned Cream at the beginning of the round. I've gone full circle, because for me it's poignant. To take it 360, to really show that this degree is pointless. It's never over. I'll find you in whatever town you're at. I'll break into your house or flat and beat you down with that pointless degree while wearing your gown and cap. If I can't get you there, I'll chase you round the map. I'll do you after this battle while being interviewed. I'll run up on you with my damn 2 swords in the house of wax. But actually...
That's pretty good, man.
But actually...
That was pretty good.
I've lied, because if I actually go... I've lied today, because if I actually go Twin Blade Assassin's Creed, you'll see Desmond miles away.
Assassin's Creed. There you go. Time. There you go. Okay. So that was... Yeah, that was awkward to start with. Both guys needed to grow into the battle a little bit, but I think on balance... I mean, it's close. That final, I had it going 1-1 into the final round, and even that final round was tighter than I probably would have liked in order to give it cleanly to one guy or another. Yeah, that one's a tricky one. What do we make of it in the chat? What do we reckon? Who won? 2-1 Slester, 2-1 Kick, 2-1 Slester. Ah, okay, that's the McCoy Millie battle. Cool. I will remember that because that might be useful for a future stream. I can see it going either way. I tell you what, I'm going to do something quickly. I've had a cup of coffee and a pint of water. I'm bursting. So I'm going to take a 5, come back, and I will have a decision when I return. Bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. See you in 5. And we're back. Thank you for bearing with me. God damn it, I'm getting old. I can't hold it like I used to be able to. Also, I did a leg workout the other day that's still kicking my ass. So sorry if I'm creaking a little bit. Both my quads are in a state. Anyways, while I was away, I'm not mad at a 2-1 Slester though. It wasn't the best battle. Well, it wasn't the best battle in the sense of, again, I think the crowd weren't into it. Initially, they grew into it as they went. So it was more of a slow burn kind of battle anyway. And both performers had a slight awkwardness and a slight reticence until the crowd bit on the first drug-related reference. Which, whatever, man. Whatever floats your boat. And then Hylas, that US-UK Twitter space is still, he's auto-corrected to say live, and Dub T's a speaker now. Fair enough, man. Hey, again, if it's still live and you are more interested in the US-UK thing that seems to be brewing at the moment, then by all means, man, you go do your thing. I would rather, for the time being, focus on the UK side of things. So I hope you don't mind that. Again, to be clear, I really don't care about the US stuff. So anyways, right, I'm picking a winner. I'm going to give it 2-1 to Slester, because I think ultimately what won out for me was the consistency of the battle throughout, and the fact that the crowd seemed to sleep on both guys, but I think they slept on Slester more. I think his writing was tighter. I thought his delivery was sharper. I thought he had probably a couple more punches. It's just that Kick Nelly had moments where the crowd really reacted. So I think Dub T and T Top chopping it up. Listen, by the way, more power to if you again, if they or again fans want to like what they want to like. I'm just saying I'm focusing on the UK stuff for now. So anyways, I gave it 2-1 to Slester, which is handy because we're covering him. I would say what stood out to me about Slester was the fact that he clearly has a little bit more polish to go. This was a while ago, by the way. This wasn't a recent battle, obviously, so he's had time to improve since then. And I think what the interesting thing will be for him is whether or not he can elevate his game, considering what we've seen from Ghast and considering what we're going to see from Bowski in a second. Those two are the guys that I think are going to set the standard and the pace to a large degree. And, you know, it's up to the group to try and keep pace with, I think, what Ghast has in mind. So remains to be seen. I'm excited. Again, Slester's one that I'm kind of keeping an eye on for the time being. I'm not entirely sure what is going to set him apart from everybody else or give him an edge. Again, it would have been nice to have him on to let him kind of speak his piece in that respect. Couldn't get a hold of him, so apologies for that. So we'll have to wait and see. But that's Slester for you. The final battle of the evening, and there's now entirely too many mozzies in this goddamn room for me to be happy about, is a suggestion from one Kingsley Thunder. He sent the message out, and to be honest, it's the one I already downloaded. So great minds and all that, I suppose. But we are now, that might have tipped it off. We are going back, 14 years now to 2011 and Don't Flop as Bowski takes on O'Shea. Back when Facebook was the primary selling point. Jesus. I don't know what that is, but sure. So many adverts. Fucking hell, lads. Let's get on with it, shall we? Wow. Baby Kruger and Beardless
providing us t-shirts. Shush and Don't Flop collab t-shirts coming soon. Alright, man. This is Tuna Test number 5, the 5th event here, Subspace Manchester Northwest. Alright, on the fucking left, O'Shea, make some noise. Let's go.
That's a very young looking O'Shea as well, isn't it?
Stop hacking me Facebook accounts.
Stop it, please.
Stop it. Terrible.
Shout out Hannah Shepherd and the Cabanas. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll let it out. Right, and to the right, making his tuna test return from number 4, Bowski. Make some noise.
Let's go. Saw a little bit of him yesterday.
Facebook, yeah?
Keep hacking his Facebook.
Okay, all right, mate. What's
He's
this
timing.
round times? 90, 390?
60s, 360s.
All right, cool. Right.
So tournament rules: 360-second rounds.
Heads.
Yeah, heads.
He-
Yeah, all right,
Digital
hold it down,
coin flip.
and for the millionth time, put your cameras away as well. It's on O'Shea. Let's go.
I've wasted a lot.
I'm not saying anything. I won't say anything. Anyways,
Fat
2 beers.
bastard. You look like every single American tourist in the world if you wore a cap. Backwards. I'm not talking about your tits. I know it's a bit gay, bro, but you look like John Goodman went and swallowed that sack of potatoes. You look like the piece of shit that Bill Paxton gets turned into at the end of Weird Science. I mean, come on. What the fuck you been frying? He's the type to say he's lost a bit of weight. He's lying. You're not big, you're huge. Your best mate's a tit and boob. Kidder, you drink pints of Vindaloo and generally just stink of food. Kidder, who the fuck was your PE teacher? Els? Lad. You're so fat that your forehead smells. Listen, that t-shirt is 4XL, kidder, and you're the reason that your excels. Listen, people like you piss me off. You're a walking, talking kidney job, kidder. Imagine going to the toilet after he's been in the bog. Imagine it. Imagine it.
Imagine it.
It's like-
Imagine it.
That'd be like the eternal bog stench of bog, kidder. Your bird's a proper dog. Get that dog a vet, kidder. She looks like Boba Fett with a fucking docker's chest. Yeah, so fucking up.
Random.
So what, kidder? I bring the weapons out, seconds out. All I'm hoping is that one of my fucking nail bombs eventually reaches Neil Lennon's house. And that's not a no Catholic thing, you know. Fuck Bowski. Listen, forget the fat jokes. I'll talk about his name. In fact, scratch that, because Bowski just sounds like a Russian fat swat.
Sorry.
Bowski.
That was
Before the
O'Shea.
old
We got Bowski
don't flop.
coming up, round 1. Let's go.
You skinny
Edits.
bastard. Yo, O'Shea, you are just one big piece of steaming, stinking stool. United won the league, City win the cup, so it's obvious Manchester's well better than Liverpool.
Back when United used to win the league, Jesus. Right, just to put that into context, that is something, do you know what I mean? Like, it was so long ago, it was United was still winning leagues. God, I'm old. I'm so old. Again, I can't get over Baby Kruger as well. Look at how young he is there. Look at how young he is. God damn, time's passed. Anyways, Bowski.
O'Shea's don't flops #1. Pedo, and he chases after kids in the park. He is so gay that he once tried to suck off a shark. Risked his life just to get some action, because when innuendo bums his ass, he can get no boom 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 satisfaction. O'Shea comes from Toxteth, Scousland. He's proper ghetto. He might work at Morrison's, but he shops at Netto. Hey, ma, these sign is running.
Netto's, wow.
Fucking hell. Yo, he's shit in a sack and it's due to his small schlong. After sex, he's like Arnie in Total Recall. What the fuck did I do wrong? When he comes, he's like Arnie in every film. It's H-bomb. It's a H-bomb. Everybody get down. Get down. You sick at battling, but you've never done a sick trap. When someone leaves one of your shitty shows, they never say, I'll be back. Hey. My name's O'Shea D'Souza. I come from the 51st state. I know Samuel Jackson. He's my fucking mate. I've got this blue pill, mate. It's fucking great. Not even Viagra can make this limp scouse bastard stand up straight.
51st State reference, wow. So, yeah, this is clearly from an era of Don't Flop where, again, we're not... this is not a technical exhibition here, ladies and gentlemen. This is two guys taking the piss out of each other, and that's it. And it's just a question of... this battle is going to be determined quite solely by who can be the bigger shithouse, basically. Back when that was the bar, it's just how big a twat can you be to your opponent and get away with it. So far, O'Shea's stall seems to be set out that Bowski is in fact overweight, and Bowski seems to be that O'Shea is not as good as people say he is. So I don't know if I buy that concept, considering that O'Shea is exceptionally popular at this stage. 1-0 to Bowski, you reckon? I'm not saying there isn't Hylas. I'm just saying, though, that when was the last time you saw this throughout an entire battle? This battle is very much of its era, and it's something that I wasn't cognizant of until you watch a lot of Prem, you watch a lot of modern No Loose chat, a lot of modern Don't Flop, and then you go back to this and you go, wow, it does look, sound, and feel different. Not worse, just different. It's a different vibe altogether. So anyways,
let's go.
Round 1 in the bag. O'Shea.
Listen. Let's go, man. Let's go. Man United won the league. Congratulations. I'll let you have it. But the bottom line is, in a couple of years, Alex Ferguson will be in a box and Gary Neville's still a faggot. True story. And I freestyle a lot of my battles, not because I'm unprepared for them. It's when faggots like you talk reckless about Everton, I'll throw the head in. Duncan Ferguson.
Duncan Ferguson, yes.
Yeah, that was a bad lad. Listen, you fat bastard. When I first seen you, I was like, is that satin? Kidder. Listen, you're a nice guy, but the fact of the matter is you can't spit, but you can make the glass shake and the water rumble on some Jurassic Park shit. Kidder, you must be a good 19 stone. Whoa. Kidder, what's his views on exercise? No. He opens up the fridge, there's no food. Dough. How fast do you reckon he does the 100 meters? Slow. Listen, yeah, I've got more fat bars for you. You're pissed off because there's no fucking barbecue.
See what I mean? Just so petty.
You and Sprungy should start a crew. Forget a bigger boat, lad. They need a fucking bigger shark for you. Kid, I'ma keep it spitting. You look like Peter Griffin, ain't Peter Griffin? With a fucking side dipping at Lisa Simpson. Kid, he's a victim in every walk of life. Bowski on holiday is an awful sight. You know, he went for a swim. I thought it was 35 kids having a water fight. Splash, splash, splash.
Yeah, I know what you mean, Hylas, because you just don't. You just don't, do you?
Around everywhere like a dying buffalo. He's the type to get in front of the sun and it starts to fucking snow. Get that time.
There you go. Okay. So yeah, so O'Shea's still going on about the fat thing. Okay, Bowski.
Round two, let's go.
Okay, O'Shea, I'm fat. You hit the nail on the head. But you've got the teeth of T-Wolf, oh, and a Twilight complexion that makes you look half dead. Oh. What does O'Shea say before the beginning of every bar? Listen. That's because that's the only way this Scouse prick can get anyone to actually fucking listen. I saw your last 2-on-2 against Frisco. It was the worst by far. I bummed John Terry's ass. I bummed John Terry, la. We washed John Terry's car. How many John Terry bars? I've heard you talk wrestlers against some rappers, yes. But that's ironic because you and Innuendo look like the fucking bushwhackers.
Didn't rhyme, but I respect the reference.
I talk about raping mums and bumming their ass, but have you seen O'Shea's man? Not even I go that far. She's a proper beast, you know what I mean? Fucking proper. Fucking hell, I'll tell you what, right? She was the granny Rooney shagged. She was a prosy when she had Stephen, so she's no idea who's his fucking dad. She's so bad, she's so rum, and she's such a slag. The smelliest pussy that Rooney said he'd ever had. And I don't even know why she had Steve when she don't even know who the fuck is his dad. It might be Jimmy Corkill.
There you go. I think O'Shea takes that just because that's a classic O'Shea round in the sense of he just kind of, again, the audience glomped onto what he was doing and it's just da-da-da-da-da-da. Yes, it is, Hylas. Yeah, the Bushwhackers gimmick of that. I mean, they were encouraged to stop that in WWE because Vince was notoriously fond of avoiding lawsuits where at all possible. But yeah, I respect the reference, though. Again, wrestling references are never bad in my book. But if you want to give the first round to Bowski, I can kind of see that. But I don't think there's any doubt O'Shea takes the second. So final round, and at the moment, it feels like the momentum is with O'Shea. So final round, let's see what he's got. Still 2 beers in his hand.
Yo, hold it down, man. Hold it down. Yo. Listen, I rhyme cool. You're a type fool. So when me and Innuendo fuck your missus, that's why your baby looks like fucking Typhoon. Yeah. Listen, when everyone from Liverpool was ecstatic when Merseyside got separated from Lancashire, because it means we don't have to say we've got anything to do with places like Lancaster. I mean, come on, where you're from, you're either boring or homeless. You still be mourning soldiers from Warwick Roses. Your accent is Hovis, kidder. And because you're fat, don't think I ain't got mum jokes. Don't be silly. Your ma's on the pull every night with H-Bomb and OG Nicky. Kidder, and people say I'm not clever enough, so I think I might be the EST. You get it? The B-E-E. I'll forget it. This is Don't Flop North, kidder. We talk quicker, our balls bigger. And no offence to Don't Flop South, but you're shitter.
Bit of crowd pandering there.
I'll punch Bowski in his face, give him 2 weeks off work. He looks more unlikely than wearing an absolute tap-out sheet. That doesn't work at all. Kidder, I'm getting a phone as well. Nah, forget it, I'm fucking up. It's over, sorry.
Time.
Okay, all right. Not the hottest finish. All Bowski has to do is nail it.
Alright,
Let's see what he's got.
kidders, listen. I'm going to tell O'Shea about his real dad. Alright, I'm going to tell him now. Okay. I travelled back in time like Marty McFly, possessed Andy Gray, and shagged your mum. That's why instead of Liverpool, you support Everton. I'm sorry, son. Yo, what was I going to say? I can't even remember.
Thank you.
Yo, I was in O'Shea in Macclesfield. A bird came up and said, I'm a really big fan. O'Shea smiled and then he literally jizzed in his pants. Ran up to the toilet, pushing people to the side, couldn't hide his shame, couldn't hide the stain, and he jizzed in his pants. Yo, there's many people.
Lonely Island reference.
Erectile dysfunction, premature ejaculation. Stephen's not on his own, and there is medication. I'm so sick, I'll chop off O'Shea's head with a meat cleaver. Stick it'll sprung his ass because he's a wide receiver. I'm so sick, I'll give him a Saturday night fever. Look at those teeth, I'm battling Justin Bieber. Check it, because after this battle you lose all your credibility. You pass your best like an all-pro losing your ability. I might be fat, but with the bars I've got the agility to make you look old like you suffer from senility. You've been round so long, you're like an old bastard, so pass it to the funny cunt who clearly ain't passed it. Take your check for Morrison's and go and fucking cash it. And as for your sister's ass, you know I fucking smashed it.
There you go. All right. By virtue of the fact that O'Shea fucked up the third, I don't think there's much debate that Bowski took that. A rare, not the best showing from O'Shea in that one. So that's a shame to see. Why is Ian Watkins standing next to Bowski? No idea. Don't Flop was wild back then. But yeah, I have that 2-1 to Bowski. But the point I'm making with the Bowski stuff yesterday and today is that he's such a departure from what Prem have and what they've kind of presented over the last couple of years. You know what I mean? It's just nothing. No one has come through that has that same feel. I don't know how else to describe it. There's just a different cadence to it. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, like I say, it's fun going back and watching it. I'm glad though that we've progressed to a point now where people can be more technically astute and amalgamate it with the comedy. It is just that little bit of charisma that's sometimes lacking. So fair play. But that, ladies and gentlemen, is Group B. To recap, Ghast Buff, Slester, Bowski, Sam Essay. I've put up 5 fingers for 4 people. Fucking hell, we've been going for nearly 3 hours. That's why. How do people stream for 7-8 hours a day? I don't know how it's possible. It's ridiculous. But yes, I think, look, at the moment, if I have to choose two people that I think are going to go through, I think it's pretty clear that it's Ghast Buff and Bowski, just on the strength of their CVs and the strength of, obviously, their performing styles and their experience and yada, yada, yada. However, both Sam Essay and Slester, again, are guys that the tournament's built for. They've both got shit to prove, and they've got blank slates as they walk into the tournament with no expectations beyond what they place on themselves. So it'd be interesting to see what they bring for us. Again, it would have been nice to get Slester on to maybe chip away at that a little bit, but hopefully we'll get a chance to do that another time. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, I think that'll about do it. Unless anyone else has any thoughts, any other questions, queries. There's 5 people currently watching. I appreciate you tuning in, the 5 of you that did towards the end. While you guys are conversing, if you're going to ask me any questions before I go, I just want to say a very quick thank you to Sam Essay and to Ghast Buff, both of you, for taking time to come on, talk to little old me, give the guys a bit of a promo. So, because they play games, I could play Fortnite for 30 minutes. It feels like 12 hours. Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. It's just, I don't know. It's the but I suppose they're happy sitting and not saying anything for long periods of time. When I react to battles, it's weird for me to not say anything. You know, I feel like if I'm just sitting here watching, I'm not contributing anything. I should be offering. I'm trying to study it. I'm trying to pick up on things. I'm trying to notice things. It's, you know, it's. I'm not saying it's hard work. I'm just saying it drains you. But anyways, my prediction is clear. I think Bowski and Ghast are the ones that go through. I will be more than happy to be proven wrong by Slester and young Sam Essay. Let's see what they've got. Obviously, it's anyone's tournament at this point. But again, for me, Ghast Buff is the one that I'm putting my money on to go all the way. If not, I think he's going to come down really fucking close. So watch that space with Ghast Buff, ladies and gentlemen, because guy's gonna work so fucking hard on this. I don't know how long the space has been going for. I just saw a notification on my phone saying it was going on, so I felt a responsibility and a duty to let people know, you know what I mean? So let me say thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning into this edition of the Halcyon Show. And thank you for giving this series a chance if you have. Again, we'll be back tomorrow to look at Group C. I don't remember offhand who's in that group. I think... Oh, God. I forgot. I'm not even going to take a guess because, again, we will cover it in detail tomorrow. And then we'll be back again on Friday for Group D, which I am coveting coining the phrase, I should say, of the group of D for death, because we all know who's just been added to that group. So God help us all. Anyways, in the meantime, please like, share, and subscribe. If you missed yesterday's edition, please feel free to go back and check it out. What I've done for that one, as I will do for this one, is I've gone back and time-stamped the show. So if you're only interested in a particular battler or a particular segment, you don't have to watch the whole thing. You can just skip to whatever aspect of it you want to watch. I'll do for the same for this one. The only thing as well I would say is don't be afraid to clip this up. Showcase it to people. Show it around. Again, the whole point of the series is to try and put a spotlight on some of the competitors that haven't got a spotlight on the moment. And I want to make sure that it gets some traction for some people if you can possibly help it. So feel free to do your thing on the old socials. But anyways, to Hadashrooms, to Hylas, to Angie. Who else do we have? Pagan was in the house. Obviously, Ghast Buff was in the house. Sam Essay was in the house. No Loose Chat were in the house at one point as well. I appreciate Snoop swinging by. I don't remember anyone else offhand. Did anyone else? Troy was in the house for a bit as well. Thanks for tuning in, Troy. I appreciate you. And Hadashrooms and obviously Hylas holding it down for us as always they do. Again, my two guys. You know what I mean? The two fellas that I just sort of count on now to keep me honest. You know what I mean? Right. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, thank you for joining me on this edition of the Halcyon Show. Please like, share, and subscribe. Stay tuned for tomorrow, not only for the next edition of this series, but stay tuned for the DW interview. That is dropping very, very soon once I get the green light from David and once I've had the chance to get the render across to him. So, stay tuned for that interview. In the meantime, though, thank you for joining me. I sincerely hope you are taking as good a care as possible of yourselves and everyone around you as you can. And yeah, all being well, I will see you tomorrow for the next edition of the Halcyon Show.